And that's how I met your No, wait, welcome. Welcome to ChaoticCalling Streaming. We are live. That one thing we do every night of the day. Alright, let's see what we got here. So, welcome everybody to ChaoticCalling. My name is Starwind, and I'm here to take some adventures through the wonderful world of Elsparia. Currently, we're in Tynet Kingdom, and we're making our way south. We have with us tonight, Christopher.
Oh, Vol, I can't believe you missed it right out of their arm.
We have Kronk.
Good evening.
We have Arthur.
The ghosts are coming. The ghosts are coming.
Ooh, and then we have Jack.
Hello, everyone.
And we will have a Vol in a little bit. So she's swimming her way here, it appears. At any rate, so after working on the Warforged known as Clank, Jack manages to put his skills to work and bring it back to a working order. You guys took time to kind of like get to know Clank's designation, which at first was a little alarming, and then giving him a quick whack on the head kind of like fixed him, and he told you a different designation. And pretty much after all of that, the evening turns to night and the party sets up for watch. On one of the watches, a banshee wanders into the northernmost camp and nearly kills the man trying to sleep as his hippogriff tries to protect him. With help from Vol, who led the charge along with Clank, whose proximity threat detection went off, they go to face off to protect the rest of the travelers at the crossroads, along with the rest of the party who were woken up to attend to it, but some of them just went right back to bed after seeing Vol and Christopher and a few others had it all under control. Christopher brings the man who was brought to near death by the banshee back to life as he heals him. The thankful man offers his thanks. Clank took into observing the frantic Vol, who fought with intensity of sorts when she was fighting against the banshee. She went all out on that thing. The watches beyond this event went by without too much more excitement, and morning comes and the party is prepared to go their separate ways. Clank approaches Vol with information that after observing her fighting style, he is brought to awareness that he needs to observe her further. For Clank's well-being, though, she tells him to head back to Shandora with the group that was with him so he could get fixed properly. Clank solemnly nods and exclaims that file code Julius will remain encrypted and leaves her presence. The party is heading south, heading first to Marsola and then to Jillian Cove, with maybe a pit stop at Dondra Forest. So I think at this point, Vol is driving the carriage southward, probably lost in her own thoughts of what she just heard from the robotic creation known as Clank, as Shella and Paulina, the barkeep, who is currently in the back of the carriage with the rest of you. You guys are continuing your journey. Is there anything you guys want to do as the adventure begins? And
So, well, I
thank
do
you.
certainly hope that Clank one gets, like properly repaired once they get to Shandora.
Well, I'm sure he will. I mean, if they're on their way back, they're bound to meet up with him sooner or later.
One, two, what?
Do you think, Leon and Pyra and the Quintessa and all them were not happy to talk to me?
But honestly, I do believe that's sort of par for the course now.
You know what? You're right. I should know better. And just kind of after that whole dying incident, I'm trying to be better.
You do seem to be taking your death a bit more casually.
No, it's look. compared to the other stuff that's been going on, dying and being brought back, especially after seeing it happen to other people, I don't know. I mean, I'm engaged to a druid luchador. I'm on this wild thing with all y'all. We made an enemy with a witch. I don't know. I turned into animals. Well, not by my choice, but I'm happy to turn into animals. I wish I was a druid. But, I mean,
Don't
compared.
forget the underground testing facility.
Oh yeah, that too. I forgot about that. I'm kind of distracted with the whole airship thing and other. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like more weird about having to share my history. Just quick glance over that Sheila.
Hmm?
Than I do feeling weird about my dad. I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to it. I mean, bounty hunter, killing
One,
people.
two. You can hear Sheila just kind of like quietly counting something inside of a bag. 3, 4, 5. I really hope he doesn't need all this.
Shella, what are you counting?
Oh, you know how I collect bones and teeth? Well, I found this new currency laying on the floor. And she pulls out what looks like a handful of bolts and metal pieces that she found laying around after our robot friend walked away. It's not teeth or anything, but it'll do. 9, 10.
I'm sincerely hoping those weren't integral.
I hope so too. Sheila, I mean, I don't know. I might not be able to tell from looking at them, but I kind of want to see how many of them there are.
Oh,
Sheila.
I've gotten to 15. And she pulls out a handful of bolts and nuts and washers.
Oh, that can't be good.
Why? What's wrong, Jack?
Well, depending on where those were supposed to go, well, it could be a small hindrance or a big one.
She blinks.
Like, well, it could either be he's either got a limp or stuff falls off.
Well, I hope none of that happens. I just noticed a bunch of stuff on the ground and thought I'd pick it up for later.
You probably should have told us.
Oh, my bad.
sooner.
I mean, whenever I collect teeth, people don't seem interested, so I just figure I do my thing, make sure it's done, and then not bother anybody. But I tell you what, Jack, for you, I'll let you know next time I pick up teeth, too.
Teeth are not important unless it's like something not normal.
Understood.
Big, yeah. You know what? Hold on to those nuts and bolts. We can't do nothing about it now. Besides, that gives more Smith Swan more shit to do, and we don't gotta be bothered by him anytime soon. So, yes.
Yeah, she ties off the bag, puts it off to her side, and Paulina just kind of like watching this conversation off to the side, but doesn't offer any commentary. And then goes back to staring out at the scenery that she rarely gets to see, being locked up in a bar.
Man, imagine being locked up in a bar and not
I'm
being
sorry,
able
what?
to see all this. Hmm?
I'm sorry, what? Paulina kind of like looks over.
I was just thinking, mostly because you're here.
Mhm.
Imagine being locked up in a bar.
Yeah, that is a
and not
thing, isn't
being-
it?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't always at the bar, but yeah, it's been consuming a lot of my time lately. Traveling is definitely not not what I get to do a lot anymore.
I'm sure you can get away more often. Just sneak out.
It's kind of hard to do that when you're the one in charge. But with enough people under my watchful eye and people I could trust, maybe one day. Like, I don't feel like, well, right now the bar is fine because of the construction, but yeah, we need to get this, at least this batch, back to Shandor so I can at least stay in business a little longer.
Yeah, well, I guess it would help if we loot any more bodies we may make along the way. And they got a lot of money. We could give you some of that money so you don't necessarily have to continuously buy stuff.
I suppose. I mean, that is the adventuring way, isn't it?
Or bounty
Would
hunting
that-
way. Or...
Would that make bandits adventurers too?
I think they're more illegal.
But they do the
Adventurers.
same thing, right? They sometimes kill their targets and then just take their loot.
Yeah, but their targets are like civilians and merchants, where adventurers are not doing that. Their targets are usually monsters or criminals or bounty hunters. We are like adventurers. We don't sign up with the guilds. Some of us are freelance. Some of us, I don't know what the rest of them do. But I mostly just see quest board.
Mhm.
Oh, person's wanted.
Mhm.
Take their head. Bring it. Money.
That is definitely an interesting line of work you have there, Jack. Oh, I don't know. Like, it's just overall, like, what we're doing is a little bit of an adventure, right? Like, we're out here traveling, meeting new people, and taking care of ourselves on the road.
Yes.
So perhaps it would just be simpler to say that bandits are adventurers with ill intent.
Ah, I mean, that's true. I just rolled 3d10 blink dogs. I don't think I want that one.
Ooh, a puppy.
Bink.
Lots of puppies.
Bink! Yeah. Let's try that again, shall we? We'll have to re-roll that one because that was a recent one too. Alright. Anyway.
A large golden dragon flies above us.
I mean, that one's always a good one to go back to. That one doesn't make sense because of reasons. Alright. Don't mind me. I'm just rolling a bunch of D100s till I find something I like. Alright. So, for this part of the journey, Vol, did you make it back yet or no?
Here.
Hello, how's it going?
Oh, not too bad.
Alright, so what we'll do first is, as Vol has been leading the horses southwardly, who wants to make a perception check to kind of like keep an eye on the road as you are making your way to Marsola? Well, I guess I'll do it.
I mean, I could do it too. I just was waiting to be like, anyone up? Any at all? Alright, I'll do it.
Yeah, okay, so Vol would do it, alright. And Shella's helping.
Cool.
what?
Let's see what I get.
Now let's see what you get. Alright. Yeah. I think you'll notice whatever's going on. So yeah, as the journey continues and I kind of like set up the next scenario, you guys are still given a little bit of leeway to talk if you like. No, don't let me.
Now that I'm thinking about it, all those... It is interesting thinking back on some of those books I read.
Oh, what
About the
book did you
charming
read?
bandit that... You know, about the charming bandit that captures the fair maiden's heart.
Oh, who was the bandit? Did he have a cool name?
he did have a fairly interesting bandit name, but his real name wasn't as splendid, though.
Wow, well, I guess personality is gonna have to work for him, huh? So did they hold hands?
Yes, Shala, they held hands multiple times.
Oh, that's so romantic! And she swoons audibly, and as you hear that audible swoon, Vol, you can hear growls of dire wolves around you as you kind of like get into a darker patch of the forest.
We have company, guys.
What? Oh no, not again, not again, not again.
Flashback to one of the. Yeah, yep. And yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and start this one off with a little bit of initiative. How's that sound, guys?
Let's see what we can.
Kronk, get in a bonus round?
Well, I kind of left the mics open for a moment before I asked for initiative, but now I asked for initiative, so no.
Never.
Yeah, say something sooner is the rule of thumb today. No, what did you want to do? I'll listen to what you got to say, and then I'll decide if you can do that before. Speak with animals? Okay. Yeah, I'll allow it. That's rudimentary.
I'll say, how are they doing? And yeah, we're just wandering by.
You gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate. Alright, so that's both of them. Alright. Well, I'm going to change the music for just a hair. I don't know how long this is going to last, but we'll see. So as Kronk kind of like cast speak with animals on himself so that he could speak to these wolves, and you kind of like ask them what they're doing and how they're doing, you kind of hear growls of hunger and they kind of like mention the horses that they smell in the air, and a challenge to bring it down. Like they are definitely crowding around the fact that there are 2 able-bodied horses within the forest region.
They are our transportation. We can give you some food, but you would not do well to take them.
Persuasion check, Kronk? You all hear Kronk howling in the back. Oh!
I do it with if I do it with a fish in my hand, do I get advantage?
Sure, why not?
Damn it.
These wolves don't seem to like fish, apparently. And they start salivating as they get closer to the horses, and they just kind of like bark out, "Where's the challenge and a free meal?" And with that, I need everybody to start. Well, you already rolled initiative. We'll just start it off. Christopher, you kind of like Kronk can tell you the results, but Christopher, you'll be starting us off. But Kronk, what was the results? Do you want to tell the party so they know how to act?
They are going to try to kill the horses.
Yeah, Jack, you might want to get your initiative on the order there.
Yeah, I had done the thing. I don't know why
click
it
your
didn't
token?
take. Yeah.
You didn't click. Try again. Alright, did
There
it
we
take
go.
that time? Yep.
Yeah, I think
You might have accidentally clicked outside of it. Is that higher than what you
Oh.
previously rolled, or?
by 1 point.
You're fine where you are then.
The
We'll
first
leave
one
it.
was a 10. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll leave it then. Alright. Alright, so Christopher, with that information, what would you like to do?
I will go ahead and ask, are the horses actually that spaced that far apart?
I mean, for map purposes, yes. But, you know, like, they're kind of like
Okay, just
here or there. If that helps any, that might help it, right? I'll allow that. Not too particular on that.
all right then. Yeah, then Christopher. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that works. Oh, and presumably the carriage, is it still moving or is it stopped?
Good question, Bo. Did you stop?
Probably when Kronk was talking to the,
Alright.
doggos.
That's fair. Yep. it is
Okay,
stopped
then
there.
Christopher. Yeah, then Christopher, hearing that that they're hungry for hungry horses, Christopher is going to raise his staff of power, and we're going to go with the wall version of this,
Uh-huh.
as he uses wall of force to basically just like create a perimeter around the horses.
Alright, how big can that go?
I can essentially create for the wall variant up to
Uh-huh.
10 by 10 squares.
So, kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I guess you want to align that differently then, huh? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, maybe like that. You say 10 or
Yeah,
10
that
5-foot squares, right?
they could
Yeah,
they,
okay.
no, they could be 10 by 10 squares.
Oh, okay, so that's... Wow, that's confusing.
up
'Cause-
to, but I'm only going to be using I'll maybe put like 2 extra squares toward the end there just in case.
I want to...
So like 2 on each side. Or 1
Yeah,
on
give me-
you know what I mean.
Yeah, bring it in on the edges. Alright, yeah, give me just a second. I really do want to look at this spell a little bit closer now. It is a bane of existence as of late. But that's fine. Let's see
Well,
what we got here.
I'm
Oh, yeah, you
I'm
got
pretty
it.
sure I remember it being. Yeah, I'll just
Alright,
post it.
yeah. You can form into up to 10 feet. Okay, or you can shape a flat surface made up of 10 foot by 10 foot panels. See, that's confusing. Okay, that's fine. Like, that wording there, because, like, their basic measurement is each square is 5 feet, like, that's the... Alright, but that's fair. Alright, so the horses are effectively by the carriage on the back end and the wall surrounding them. The horses kind of get startled for a moment, but they do not react or move. And we'll just leave them out of turn order. Anything else for your turn?
No, that'll be it for Christopher's turn.
Alright. Next up is me! Watch me work, boys! Okay. Shella rolls up her robe sleeves as she pulls out her staff, and I'm just gonna do the good old favorite.
Lightning bolt? Oh wait, no, I got that
No.
wrong.
No, I'm gonna light it up. Oh wait, I'm lighting it up. Oops. Shit. 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 Grab the right one. There we go. Boop. Let's see, where is the most effective? I guess that'll work. So that is a total of 4 of these guys making dex saves. Yeah, I think it's gonna be like that. I don't think I can... Yeah, I can't get that top one in there, so that's fine. Uno, dos, tres, and 4. Damn it, they all beat my DC, that sucks! Well, they take 13 points of fire damage. And then Vol, you're up next. as I take this damage off, which probably should use my damage modifier for this.
Then I'm probably gonna do is have Vol pop off the carts, like telling the group it's like, all right, I'll gauge this side. You guys got the other side, and just kind of like she's not gonna run to them, but instead she's gonna kind of like try to bait them to get closer to her, kind of like distracting them. So let's see. Do I want to cast a spell, or do I just want to do the dodge action?
Oh no, what do you want to do?
I'm already attempting snack to them, so probably the dodge action. Try to get them closer to me and then kind of keep them busy. I'm gonna move one more over. Right there. Bonus action, make shield intimidating?
Well, while you're doing that, I just want to point out this place is on fire. Oh crap!
Oh, you mentioned that, Star.
Yeah, I was working on it. Don't worry. Like, you're not directly in the fire, but apparently there was a lot of dry leaves because I rolled 100 on severity on that fireball. And these direwolves, though they dodged the initial blast, they're definitely barking and howling as smoke and flames start to erupt from the nearby shrubbery and trees and the grass, and all the ground gets lit up. You kind of like make your approach. If you want to change what you want to do, like with that new information, because I was resolving it while I was letting you kind of start your turn, I'll allow you to change your mind.
Yeah,
Now
I'll
that you
change
have
my
new
mind.
information. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Okay, next question then. This is really important. How is this fire gonna spread over to where we are? And if so, should I be yelling to Christopher, being like, "Oh my God, we gotta get the hell out of here"?
I don't think I can give you that information because I don't know how the wind's gonna blow.
Then I'll pop off the other side?
Sure.
No. Yeah. I don't know! There's a fire! Oh, it's so awkward!
You can reach that direwolf and hit him instead of dodging, so, I mean, what do you want to do?
It's not a matter of, like, I was originally trying to distract them so that everybody else can do it, but there's a fire, so I think I'll play it safe and just shoot them with my bow.
Alright, fair enough. Which one do you want to hit? You're gonna have to ping them because my thing didn't set up properly.
Also, keep in mind, you will actually have to move, because, as a reminder, those panels are 10 feet high.
No, I'm aware. Although the thing is, I was going to point out, it's like, I'll just shoot over here. Like, these ones are not in my sight. I'm pinging it.
Oh, I thought you were going for the ones on the right.
Yeah.
I could. Is there something wrong with that, Star?
The
Is
only
the fire
thing...
too good?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, there might be some obscurity. I'll give them, like, partial cover. Nothing too major. Like, I don't think they... Yeah, like, you can still make out their figures in the flame, but, you know, they got partial cover. Like, it's not, like, 2 to their AC. Big whoop. You should be able to still hit them, though, you think? As you kind of, like, pull back.
Sure. Alright. Pow!
Yeah, easily enough. You hit. Boom. Boom. You hear 2 plucks. Do the damage. What do we got? 13 on the first. 9 on the last.
13 on first. Yep.
And then this creature lets out a sharp yell and is whimpering as it now fears for its life, as the flames around it might be what finish it off. Unless somebody else puts it out of its misery first.
Bonus action, make shield intimidating then. I'll stick to that then.
Your shield is intimidating on your back because you are two-handing a longbow.
That works.
Alright. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Alright, so... me and my line art. This thing's going to try to jump out of the flames. We'll give it... my bad, I didn't mean to do that. Takes 4 damage trying to get out of the flames, and then it leaps out into this direction. And tries to roll on the ground to try to put out whatever fires on its fur, and gets back on its feet. It still has some movement. Like it's just outside of your range there, Vol, as it tries to growl and intimidate back, as if it's really angry at what's going on here. And Croc, you can hear, "You're burning my back. Why did you do that? I must kill you now." Like, he's upset. He's definitely upset. Oh, you poor beast. Takes 5 points of damage from the raging fire. Once again, sorry! Tries to bite at the wall of force and just kind of like... but not getting anywhere. Alright, Croc, you're up.
So he's gonna start with, if you run away, we will not kill you.
Intimidation or persuasion?
Persuasion.
I mean, you get the choice. Okay. It seems to be falling on deaf ears.
Alright, Fairy Fire on... I guess it'd just be these two.
Okay. That's a dexterity saving throw.
We'll do it on these two over here. Sorry.
So they were
oh.
already lit, and now they're extra lit.
Alright, which two did you say? These two on the right or left?
Yeah. Yeah, on
Alright.
the right-hand side.
Alright, so you're lighting these guys up. And it looks like they meet and beat your DC, my friend.
Okie dokie.
Yep, so you lit off this fairy fire within that range and hit them, but they quickly see the lights and colors and kind of get spooked because there was a giant fireball that went off that's starting to light the fours up, and they just react as if something bad's about to happen and start walking away from the fairy fire as it explodes in the air and does not hit them. Anything else for your turn, Croc?
Nope, that's my turn. Holding a
That's your-
reaction.
Well, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and get the StreamRaiders caught up real quick, and then I'll get this Direwolf going. There you go, guys. StreamRaiders is back up. Direwolf in the fire will make a dex save to take some damage. Alright, he will take half of that. So, you know, they're just getting, like, little flames licking them. So that's a 3 for him. And he'll burst out of the fire and see, that's 30. This will get him outside the fire with the rest of his movement, and then he just kind of like skids as he approaches Shella and just kind of like calls her demon die and just tries to bite at her. Uh-oh, I think I did a boo-boo. Oh hey, Shella has AC, so it misses. Paulina jumps out from the back. Boy, I sure do have a lot of turns here. You guys need to clean up this turn order for me. I mean, I guess she's gonna...
Don't
go.
cast fake creatures.
Yes, please don't. For my sanity and yours, let's not do that today.
In town. Hi, I want to pick up a scroll of Conjure Fey. Yeah, I can pick that up.
Yeah. Paulina fires off 2 Eldritch Blast and deals some damage in that direction. This one was initially out of the blast, so he just scoots out. Okay, Jack, you're up. We'll do a held action though on this one.
You know what? I can't do much with this wolf right next to me, but I think I will hit that wolf with a shatter. Let's put up that spell.
Yeah, please do, because I wonder what else you do with it. Can you give me the description version as well? Just hit the chat bubble.
Yeah. So it's an area of effect.
Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point. So where is that point?
I would
Okay.
put it like behind it somewhere so it only hits that one wolf. Not like I can't hit anything else.
Alright, it lets out a loud screech, like a loud howl, as it kind of takes all that damage and does not pass its Constitution saving throw, as one would see. Anything else, Jack?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say to Kronk, I don't think talking's gonna work. We gotta kill these wolves. And I'm gonna end my turn.
Vol, make an animal handling check, because Jack just created a loud noise and the horses are spooking.
Whoops.
I mean, I'll do it, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't think they have anywhere to run.
No, that's fair, but that still deals with their mentality. Like, yeah.
Oh
yeah.
no!
They are bucking and they may.
Oh wait, would it
break
be
out of-
land vehicle? No, never mind, never mind.
No, this is to calm the horses down from a loud bang. So the horses are now on turn 20. They will do whatever they need to do to escape the noise, so to speak. So on turn 20, we'll deal with the horses. Arthur.
Alright. Arthur shall pick up his bow, groan a little bit. Decide to do this today. Bonus action to steady aim, and I'm going at this one on the left here, bottom one.
All
Or the right.
before-
That's the right.
Yeah, I think so too.
Longbow. 17.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Proc sneak.
Did you use steady aim? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's a total of 24 points of damage. As this wolf as well lets out a sharp howl after taking intense pain from your bow, but still standing, still threatening, and growling even louder as it's staring at its attacker. Anything else? I think that's it, ain't it?
That'll be it.
Alright, this dire wolf will attempt to bite Arthur since he's the closest one on that side. Gets a 10 on the
Misses.
attack. This one will also make his way over here, and I will say, since I assume that Arthur's the one that's like sticking out of the carriage, it's probably going to go after Arthur, because I don't think I heard... Well, Christopher did do something Oh, he did the wall, and then he's kind of like in the back of the carriage, so yeah, we'll go after Arthur. Because this is probably the only time I can actually hit him. 21.
That will actually hit.
Yep, 10 piercing damage as this wolf takes a bite, and I think I need a strength save from you next. Let me double check.
Yeah,
Oh,
actually
wait.
would.
That's weird. Yeah, I remember that on some of them, but this one here doesn't seem to have that on here for some reason. But I
Okay,
could have
we'll set-
sworn that... I'm pretty sure it is, though. I don't know if it's like a different version of the dire wolf from a different book. Let me check to see if there are different... Just double check this real quick. Because I remember that being a thing, right? Yeah, it's on the attack itself. It says you need a strength DC of 13 to break it. And
I'm
you
going
get knocked
prone.
prone. Yep, you go prone. So it grabs you by the arm and drags you down and tries to... And, make a ragdoll out of you.
Actually, I will burn my reaction. At that.
Oh, how do you mean?
I'll burn a reaction for uncanny dodge.
Yeah, that doesn't take a reaction or anything. Uncanny dodge is just something you can do, and you can reduce that to 5 with uncanny dodge. Okay. Oh, I guess it does take a reaction. I don't know why I never noticed that. You're right.
Well, yeah, you're thinking you're confusing it with evasion, which is actionless.
Probably, yeah. All right. So this wolf attempted to try to leave the flames, but before it could, it just falls over and starts smoldering to death. So no longer a threat. Top of the order, we are back to Christopher. As you can hear, the horse is starting to bulk and buck within your wall.
Oh dear. I suppose I should be thankful that thing's indestructible. As the
Yeah.
Okay, so Christopher is going to Yeah, I guess especially since he can't really get out of this wolf's range without an opportunity attack, he's going to pop over here and yeah, since the horses won't be affected, he is going to raise his staff again, and the two wolves in front of him are going to make dex saves as he uses a lightning bolt at 5th level.
Ouch. Ouch. Which will
They're
stop at
dex
the
saves.
wall. Right. And so you only get the 2,
Yep.
right? All right, cool. Go ahead and roll that, my friend, and I'll get you your dex saves.
So they both fail because it uses my my DC, and they take 45 points of lightning damage.
Damn. Well, guess what? They're not there anymore. And we see the lightning bolt just kind of like crack into your wall of force and just kind of like stand there for a moment, like a static electricity just kind of like shimmers around the wall and, you know, kind of like makes it gleam even more, but does not go through, but kills the two wolves instantly. One of them was really fresh, and then all of a sudden, Arthur, you look to your side, bright light shines through, and then they just kind of evaporate into ash.
Oh dear, that was maybe more powerful than I thought it was going to be.
Make another animal handling check as another element has been added to the horse's fear factor.
Oh my god. No, just kind of like, literally go like, why is this happening? Guys, I hope you understand.
Does she only have one meta magic?
At her level, she should have like 2 or 3.
Oh, never
2.
mind, there it is. Never mind, I
She
see
doesn't
it.
get a third until level 10.
Yeah, she's got distance and careful. Alright, continue. Alright, so yeah, Shella will look to see if anybody nearby is hurt, which really isn't happening, right? So, what else can you do, Shella? Because she wants to use her meta magic on something. She will use Distance Spell on Firebolt, which adds more range, but she does that so she can activate her phase stone that she has attached. And the one by Kronk disappears as well as it gets burned to death. And then Shella lands over here, and then she looks down at her feet at the ash. She's like, ah! They almost got me! Alright, horsies, let's do a strength check to see if you can stay in your harness. Yeah, basically they are spooked, but they can't move, but they can kind of like break away and try to break apart the equipment that's keeping them entangled. But I will say an 18 is what they need to actually do any of that kind of damage. So Vol, now we're back to you.
I mean, I might as well keep trying to calm them down, because, I could just keep stabbing things, but then we'll have the problem later, so I'm just gonna keep trying to handle them.
No, you want to try again? What are you doing to calm them down? Maybe you can get an advantage if you tell me something funny. Or good. Not actually funny, I mean, you know what I mean.
I'm just trying to think, like, usually horses that are pretty spooked, you kind of have to, like, let them run for a second there and then follow them. Problem is, like, they're trapped in a spot. So
Yeah.
really, the only thing I can think of is kind of, like, let go of the reins and just literally try to, like, walk over to them. Then try to, like, calm them down physically.
Alright, I'll let you have it at advantage. Alright. They feel your touch and they kind of like respond to it. Though you almost get kicked because one of them was trying to like lift their hind legs and just bulk away, but you managed to duck out of that and they start to breathe heavily. You can still tell they're terrified, but you got them centered for now. Anything else?
Bonus action shield is concerned?
Sure, the shield on your back is now concerned. This dire wolf finding out that his bites aren't getting anywhere, and then just kind of like glances over here at looking at half of his pack being eliminated. He stares at the body. We'll say like he doesn't get there yet, right? So he stares at the dead body, the fire behind him. I'm going to make him make a wisdom save. If he gets 15 or higher, he'll go after Kronk. Otherwise, he's going to attempt to flee. So he's going to attempt to flee. And action to dash. There you go. So, Kronk.
I don't know how this works. I use my Mace of Terror and a charge on it.
Basically, any creature of your choice.
Yeah, I just don't know how to make the spell pop up.
Oh, well, let's see here. We'll just look at Mace of Terror real quick on my end so that, chat can see what you're doing. Oh, hell, if I go to the right part of the thing, I keep doing this in the wrong...
I just know that I think it's a DC 15, and they just start running in terror away from you.
Yeah, but there's probably a range, and they probably have to see you, right?
Within 30 feet of me.
Okay, I just want to point out each creature of your choice. Never mind, you're right. In a 30-foot radius extending from where you are. All right. So what I will do
So
to help
that's
you measure
all the remaining wolves.
Yeah, in order to help you measure this better, I'll put a 30 radius.
The
Damn.
two wolves that are left around are within it.
Yeah, because
I just measured it. There you go.
Well, I can actually show people without you having to measure it. So let me do my job.
Okay.
All right. So they need to make a check. What was it?
Wisdom.
It is wisdom. All right. Because that went over well. All right. Kronk's attempt to save these poor wolves. Saves one of them.
Other one's really hungry. Go like, but I didn't have dinner!
But I'm still hungry. No, we're leaving. but, no, I'm gonna eat, damn it. Alright, this one here is frightened.
And I think Kronk's gonna tell the last one, it's just you versus us now.
Alright, let's see here. Go ahead, throw another persuasion out there. Maybe you can fright him with natural words.
God damn it! They just don't want to listen.
Krog, you're just not meant to intimidate people. You're too nice.
It's just you can't help but look at that 0 there, Kronk. It really is just a straight D20, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to make them concerned, but he has such a calming voice. It's like, are you really not afraid, Kronk?
Oh, okay, so that's one charge off your thing, and you try to reason with them. This one here stage lefts and leaves. Not sure if he's going to be a problem for later, but he is technically 45 off the map if necessary.
Hey, maybe someone else's problem, like
Yeah,
Friday's problem.
Pauline, well, Friday's like 5 years in the future. You're gonna have to really make a problem if you're gonna infect them. I guess she'll come up here and try to get a view of what's going on. She kind of like puts her thumb out there, does the little angling, measuring from a distance, saying, okay, I think I can see him without getting clipped by that wall. And then she'll fire off 2 Eldritch Blast.
360, no scope, no clip.
Yeah, she jumps up in the air about 10 feet for no reason at all, does a backflip, and fires off 2 Eldritch Blasts. Pew, pew! And gets 15 points of damage as this wolf is impacted by the burst of energy sent from Paulina. And now it's that dire wolf's turn to find a target. Uh-oh! I thought I got rid of these! Ah, crap. Uh-oh. That's not good. Uh-oh. That's not good. Hey, Shella. Yes? Make a strength saving throw. Okay. With my -1, I win! Damn. She gets bit in the arm and yanked down, and then she quickly rips her elbow out from out of its mouth. The jaws clamp down. She's hurting, but she's still standing.
Motherfucker!
Motherfucker, what did you do to me? And Jack, it's your turn.
I am gonna go ahead and get off this carriage
Mm-hmm.
here. It's down here.
Sure.
And gonna hit him with a good old firebolt.
Sure.
And I'm gonna remember to actually use my arcane firearm this time. Forgot to
Well, you
add
do
it with the 15 hit?
15 does hit.
Yeah. That'll be 22 points of fire damage.
22 points of fire damage. So how do you want to save Shella?
As it's trying to clamp down on her, I'm just gonna run off the carriage, quickly point the wand at it, and shoot it in the side of the neck.
As you do so, Shella looks at all as she kind of like rips her arm away. Then all of a sudden, Jack in all his glory comes over and fires at the direwolf. Shella looks at you amazingly as you look so cool taking this wolf out. As she mutters, "My hero."
You really do care.
I knew they cared. Arthur, I think there are some other elements that are still wandering around. What would you like to do?
Make sure I'm okay.
Yeah, like there's one.
Arthur
up
is
here,
going to get up,
one.
dust himself off,
Mhm.
look at the one that's running away. It's like, eh. Then look at the fire. It's like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
Uh,
Speaking of which, I'll roll a D100 for that again. Go ahead though.
it's going to run across, kind of hop up and run across the carriage. That made absolutely no sense, but
You move. I got
yeah.
you.
Get over here, and I'm going to start trying to dig in the dirt to make a little trench with a pickaxe.
All right, so you're trying to secure the area. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, kind of like what
Alright.
firefighters do with active wildfires.
All right. Yeah, so you're actively doing that. If a roll is necessary, I'll bring it up to you later. But you're in the act of like creating this trench, so we'll see how that goes. Just roll the severity. It's not spreading, but because of the intensity on the initial launch, it is still a burrowing fire. It's definitely got some flare to it, so it could still spread. All right, so Christopher, you see Arthur kind of like, well, maybe you don't see him, but you know, Arthur went off to the side to try to deal with the fire. What do you want to do? While I catch up with StreamRaiders.
Okay, so Christopher is just going to like be just gonna like shout to Krunk. Krunk, you wouldn't happen to be having any water magics with you, would you?
I just have my and one that lets us walk over water.
I was afraid of that. Christopher's just going to look at his staff, sigh, walk over here 30 feet, present the staff, and let's see. I'm just gonna cheat measure out here for a second. Okay, yeah, that's gonna get all. Well, not all of that, but like a
good
fairly
portion of it.
big fucking chunk of that.
All right.
So like Christopher's going to present his staff again,
Mhm.
and in a 60-foot cone in front of him, he is going to cast Cone of Cold over the flames.
All right. Yeah, just roll me the damage, and what I'll do is I'll make it a modifier to the next D100 roll, and it's definitely going to do some work though. But it's also going to like prevent it from like the stray flames to spread. So I'll kind of like use the damage as a modifier. All right, so it'll be minus 28 whatever I roll next on that D100. And yeah, you do a
God,
good
that's three
spread of it.
ones on a. God fucking.
So yeah, what it goes like from in that direction and like out that way, pretty much getting most, if not all of it. So,
Yeah.
all right, cool. And anything else for your turn?
No, that'll be it for his action.
All right. Yeah, okay, let me see if she can... Like, Shella just kind of like, thanks, Jack, I appreciate the help. Kind of like taps Jack on the hand as she walks by, and then she tries to fire a firebolt at the remaining direwolf, but misses. With the execution of the ice and steam and all of the energy within that area kind of like obscuring things, she just couldn't quite get her aim correct. Alright, Vol, you're up.
Coming back onto the cart.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just going right there. Kind of yells over to Christopher. It's like, mind if you turn off the wall? I kind of want to move the horses away from the fiery inferno.
Oh, they calmed down.
I did my best. They're at least not trying to bolt. But they're kind of squirrely right now.
Yeah, I definitely see
All
them
right,
shivering.
yeah, that's all I needed to know. And free action, he'll drop concentration on wall of force.
And then as my actions start, I'm going to move them away from the fire. Maybe like right there. So at least it's like, hey, okay. If the fire is really out of control, we can literally just start bolting with the horses. But they're away so that, you know, that they're away from the fire and people can jump on.
Alright, hold on. Let me grab the right amount of people. Alright, so you adjust the horses over into this direction as they kind of like skirt over in that direction. And then suddenly parallel park better than anybody. Anything else?
No, that'll be it.
This one here doesn't... Yeah, he's definitely looking at this scene, and I'm just... Yeah, he's gonna bolt. So the dire wolves at this point have all taken off that remained. One of them in terror, one of them just out of sheer fear of not living any further. And we're gonna do that die roll minus 28. So that is a 40 something. So yeah, the remainder of the flames with the burns of the cone of cold, like the fire meeting eyes, kind of like creates a watery burst of energy that kind of like spreads over to the outside of the cone and just kind of like puts the rest of the forest to an ashy billowing burn, but no further on fire, as it were. So your cone of cold effectively cleaned up the map, and we can act out of turn order now if you like.
Christopher just falls on his ass. We are really not precisely great for a forest environment.
Yeah, that's my bad. I should probably... Well, you won't believe this, Christopher, but Jack saved me. And she tries to help you up.
Shella, I know you're not one to lie, but I don't believe you.
No, it was true. This direwolf was about to... And she shows you, like, the bite marks in her cloak. This direwolf was about to pull me to the ground, and then Jack came out of nowhere and fired a bolt at it, saving me.
Is Christopher gonna open up this Pandora's box? Yeah,
kind of. I don't
just
know.
Like, well, if that truly did happen, then you should find a way to show your appreciation.
Okay. She looks at you and thinks real hard, and I'll have to think on that one for a bit, but you're right. You're absolutely right. Well, we better catch up to Vo before she leaves us.
And I guess as Shella turns around, they'll just go ahead and use like 2 uses of healing light on her.
All right.
For So she'll get basically half of the damage she took.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright. I don't know if there's more coming around. Probably not, because we spooked them pretty good. But let's get on our way.
One
So yes, I'm
Quick
supposing
minute.
everyone is alright. No one seriously injured?
I'm good. Oh. But I am investing in a shovel.
I
Yeah.
have a shovel if you like it.
So yeah, as you were like halfway into building that trench, the fire just kind of fizzles out, and yeah. I mean, at least you tried, right?
Digging trenches with a pickaxe is no fun.
Vol
Hurry up.
hands him her shovel. You can hold on to that if that helps.
What were you saying before we interrupt you, Kronk?
Like Krog just moving the last wolf behind a tree.
Oh, okay, yeah. So Kronk's putting the dead to rest, so to speak, and then makes his way back to the cart. And Christopher and Jack, are you making it to the cart now?
Yeah. As
I'm
Christopher's,
gonna- No, go ahead.
just as Christopher's getting in, just calling out to Kronk. Multiple apologies, Kronk, that we couldn't save that portion of the forest or the wolves.
I tried to warn them, but they did not heed. There's nothing we could do.
And Shell is like looking at her staff intently, just kind of like, I wonder if I could careful spell a forest. That would become handy, wouldn't it?
Before getting on the cart, I'm gonna go up to that one wolf I killed,
Mm-hmm.
take out some pliers or tongs from my smiths and tinkers kits, and
Mhm.
try to pull out one of the large canines from the dead wolf.
Make a tinker tool.
Oh,
With-
great! So now you're looting a pregnant wolf. I see how it is.
Use
Should I use
wisdom
strength
since
for
it's a survival.
Okay. Yeah, that's a 27.
That's fine. And yeah, you pull out a very well intact wolf canine, dire wolf canine.
Then I'm gonna head back to the cart, and as I hop in, I'm going to give it to Shella.
Ooh.
She-
Ah!
Jack, you shouldn't have.
Probably not, but whatever.
She seems confused and conflicted, but happily takes it and puts it in her bag, and you hear the teeth clang against the bolts and washers within. I'll treasure it always, Jack. Thank you.
You could always sell it for more teeth, I guess.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I would have spent time taking him out, but I felt like Krog was moving him way faster than I could work, so...
He's faster than he looks.
Well, yeah, especially when it comes to moving bodies. You know, it's kind of hard to, get some proper hammers out and knock the teeth out, wouldn't you? Anyway, you had the right tools for the job, so thank you. I appreciate that, Jack.
Yeah, no problem.
Thinking about it, it's a little scary to think about Kronk perhaps in a past life being a oh, how did that term go? A cleaner?
Yeah, Kronk, why do you... And it's coming from Pauline, and she's like, why do you move the bodies?
They help feed the forest this way.
Turns to Christopher as if, is that right? Kind of look in her face.
As you've already guessed, he's quite in tune with nature and its cycles.
I suppose I'll take you at your word there, Kronk. Well, shall we be going? She kind of like chipperly says out loud.
Right. Giddy up.
And away we go. Clunk, 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 clunk. And at this point here, the adventure at this point continues further south, heading towards the outskirts of Marsola. And before we enter the city, we're going to go ahead and take a quick little break. We're going to take 10-15 minutes, top off our drinking facility choice that we might have, use the restroom, stretch the legs. So we'll be right back in a little bit. I'll leave you guys with some music. I'll get StreamRaiders all caught up, and then we'll be right back here in just a short bit. So stay tuned, everybody. Hello, hello. We are coming back from break. Goodbye, music. And hello, live screen. Let's get to the right screen there and get back into the game, shall we? And yeah, Lordy behold, you are now outside of the city known as Marsola. Probably put us in a city surrounding, just to kind of like give us that feel, right? Let's see how polluted this map is. Just a hair. Oh, thank you. I remember what happened there. That may or may not be relevant for later.
It was taken over by the kids next door.
Indeed. Oops. Here, Dorian. Stand there. And I will get our lovely Paulina into the group as you all kind of like make your way into the city. Let me... I swear to God, I left OneNote open. Where'd you go?
Should have used TwoNote.
I should have.
You always should add a third note too.
Okay, now you're not funny. You're extending this beyond its hilarity. Apparently, I can't spell Paulina.
No, that's beyond note.
Okay. You know, I was going to be there, but now I've decided I'm not. At any rate. As you pull into the industrialist, not quite industrial, but it's definitely got like a lot of commerce towards it, just from a first glance. You make your way through the city, and right as soon as you get in part way, you can see an inn known as the Savage Bird Inn. Due to the amount of time traveling, it is getting kind of late at this point. The encounter that you had with the wolves probably happened around noon, and then you finished up the journey by getting to the city before nightfall fully kicked in. So this would probably be a good place to stop, get a place for the night if you wish, or you can make other arrangements, up to you what you want to do. And this is just the start. Do you continue going through the town, or do you want to make a stop? What are we doing?
I think maybe we should let the horses at least take a bit of a break. They got pretty spooked.
You know, frankly, they're taking that whole situation surprisingly well, all things considered.
I mean, Sally's pretty calm in situations like this. Then she just forces Red Rocking Riding Racer to be calm.
How long has it been since a fight?
Probably
Are we
about
back
6
then?
hours. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, that was like the only encounter I had planned for the day. And then you spent the rest of it traveling, which got you to the next city. Well, looks like there's a tavern over there if we want to go ahead and take respite. You might be able to park them in the stable, take care of them there. It's kind of like Paulina doing her thing, noticing the scenery around her. There might be some shops that may still be open, but we might be better off checking in the morning if we need to buy supplies. I don't know, stuff like that. I have heard.
I mean, I could.
that...
Oh, go ahead. Sorry about that.
No, I just sharing rumors that there is a bakery here that has a lot of lovely baked goods. We should probably look for it tomorrow.
Yes. I concur.
I mean, why not?
We rarely turn down a good Danish.
Well, great. That sounds like something we could do for tomorrow. For now, I guess we'll go ahead and spend the night at this inn.
Must be different for you being a patron of an inn.
Well,
No.
yeah. Well, it is what it is. I am sure, you know, I'll look at it as an experience to see how other people are doing. So, I'll definitely be critiquing if it were.
Just walks in. 7, 7, 6, 4, 8, 7, 5. Ooh, a 9.
Alright, so with that, you guys Like, Vo, are we stopping? Like, I haven't confirmed with you.
Yeah, I'm stopping and I'm parking them in the stable, giving them
Okay.
nice pats and treats.
All right, so everybody kind of like steps out of the carriage, stretching their legs after a long day of travel, and then I guess we'll just jump to the tavern. You know, the same tavern we always use. Except Paulina doesn't own it this time. Arthur, can you give me a perception check as you're kind of like making your way towards this tavern?
One momento. I'm going to get judgment now.
Oh
Perception.
no, an
I
army of
believe
veterans. What have we come into?
I think this carpenter gets a lot of work.
Eyes of the Eagle are on 25.
25.
Oh, and Tamara's here too.
Wait, I thought we just left Shishay over there.
Okay,
Wait,
you
how
know
did
everybody.
he get here so quickly?
You do realize those
Oh,
people
God.
aren't here. You know what? Alright, fine. I was going to keep those tokens accessible for later, but I see I can't do that with this group, so bye, guys.
This is what happened when
Hey,
you talk
Jack,
before stream.
that
I
animal
know.
over there that you used to own.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
nope,
hold
no,
on,
time
hold on.
activation.
No, I'm... You set me up. I set it off. Let's do this.
Elysian Chu is still here.
Arthur, you can't help but notice, like, certain etchings in some of the woodworking that indicate thieves can't.
Kind of go over and try to discern their meaning.
This one here indicates base.
You said base, yes?
Yeah, B-A-S-E.
Okay.
To everybody else, it looks like he's looking at a scrawling chicken of someone. Like somebody just would cut a chicken into it.
Does he also
Oh
like
dear, that ought
chickens,
to
or
get
did he just...
mended.
Sorry,
I don't know, I
Vol.
just wasn't... I was just gonna ask if he likes chickens as well as potatoes.
Yeah, what was that from
Hmm.
Christopher? Yeah, you talked over each other. Sorry about that.
It's like Christopher just like looking casually. It's like, oh, that ought to be fixed with some mending at some point. Lots of damage there.
Well, let's get inside and get something to eat, Paulina says, and excitedly walks in.
Yeah. Come on, just 1 second. He's gonna peer through a window and what does he see inside?
Paulina already at the bar. It looks like a basic inn tavern type scenario. You see patrons gathered around tables eating suppers or lunches, or evening meal, right? We're in evening. And drinking going on. It doesn't look like anything out of the ordinary from the outside.
As for the symbols, that's a question for you. Would that be something Arthur would be familiar with, Garen, given who he's worked with before?
Okay, so we're still from Timor and you're in Tainan. So like it's not, you're not for sure whose base it is.
Okay. This Venti will just kind of walk in semi-casually.
Alright.
We find out later that it's actually just a home base for some child rogues that are playing.
They're all playing house. They bring out their tea set and invite everybody to have lunch. And today's special is poison tea. Ooh. And then they
We're
play
in a talking thieves can't. The
And-
weather's nice. What? I said the weather's nice.
You know, I
Ow!
poisoned that tea that you're about to drink. I just told it to them. Oh, wait, we're not supposed to reveal what we're actually saying. My bad. Sorry. Don't forget I said anything. Anyway. No, that's not what's going on here. I already have this place pre-made. Quit adding stuff. Just moving away all this shit you're creating that's not supposed to be here. Get out of my space. This place has already been made. Nope. Nope, nope. Down, Moomy. Down.
Get out of my personal space. This is my personal space, and you should get out of it. Get
Yes,
out of
please.
my personal space.
Stage left with those thoughts, okay? At any rate. The tiefling at the bar has long black hair and blue sheen skin. And she kind of like glances up, and she seems to be starting to talk with Paulina as the rest of you are kind of like listing your way into the bar or the inn itself. And Paulina like goes, she told me that if we want to get an inn, we need to go talk to somebody else, but she can definitely get us our rooms and stuff. You guys want something to drink before we bed down for the night, or?
I don't know. Are you much of a drinker?
I run a bar. Did you forget that? You know how
That
many
doesn't answer my
guys?
question.
Let me phrase it another way. You know how many guys keep buying me drinks? You gotta have
Too
to
many.
grow some tolerance for that. Yes. Why are you trying to challenge me to a drinking contest or something?
Possibly. It's been a while just since I did that a bit.
She kind of like
That's probably
sighs and
why.
shakes her head.
Turns out she has the tolerance of a dwarf.
You never know. I mean, she's susceptible. But I'm going to have her make a persuasion check for something going on in the background. Because whenever she was up here talking, she was like definitely trying to gather some information.
She stores 2 extra livers in the place you think it is.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright. I'm sensitive there. Anyway. The blue sheen tiefling kind of like walks over, kind of like greeting the rest of you. Hello there. Do you need anything to drink, y'all? What will
What's
this
your
give me? She'll drop some bolts on this table. She ignores Shella. Yeah, what are you having?
What's your local special? I'm kind of new to this. What would you call
Um,
country?
Well, we still have plenty of stock of the good shit. We have some imported boot liquor too, if you'd rather have that.
I never had boot liquor.
You haven't? Being from Timor, which is where that came from? I'm just asking.
Really?
About table.
Is that what?
Oh, yeah.
Is that really from Timor?
Yeah, that's from
I didn't know
Timor.
that.
Yeah, welcome
Oh,
to...
probably
yeah,
had that.
There are regional versions of
Okay,
the good shit.
then let me rephrase it. Star. She's gonna be like, I haven't had boot liquor in how long? Looks at her imaginary clock. Since I met these guys.
Sounds like you need a round of boot liquor then, huh?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, she's already pulling out a glass and pouring it, and she uses her tail to kind of like pull a clean glass from the shelf behind her and brings it to the table with it and starts pouring you a tall glass of the boot liquor. And what about the rest of you? Paulina just goes, I'll try some of the boot liquor. I know we get some of that back where I'm from, and this woman just kind of like looks at Paulina and like, oh really? Well, here, let me get you. And once again, uses her tail, pull out a clean glass to her hand, and starts pouring. And anything else for the rest of you? I take it my boats won't give me anything here. How about this? And pulls out gold coins. How many bootlickers are you wanting, youngin? I'll take whatever I can get. That's a lot of gold. You might want to rethink that. Take only what's required to pay for everybody here. And she'll take 2 gold pieces and says, fine, I'll get you all some drinks. And starts passing one to Jack, one to Arthur, and whoever else comes up to the bar. Shella jumps onto a bar stool and takes her glass and... Are we good to drink now? Kind of like asking for permission before she downs it, because apparently she had some experience.
I don't know. Christopher, are you joining?
Well, I don't exactly have many pleasant memories of the last time I drank it.
And
Not for the drink itself, just the circumstances.
Her tail swings out, grabs a clean glass, sets it in front of you, Christopher, and she brings the bottle towards it and just kind of like confirms with you if you're ready for a glass or not with a glance. Shall I?
Yeah, he'll just tap his finger on the glass.
All right, she starts pouring. So everybody at the bar except for Kronk has a... Oh, Kronk, would you like some too?
I will just have crisp water, please.
She looks at the turtle in interest at first and says, all right, water. I mean, it's fair. And she pulls out a clean glass and kind of like grabs a pitcher from behind that has water in it and pours it towards you and slides it over.
Thank you very much.
Anytime, anytime. Now, if you lovelies can't handle the bootlicker, kind of like looking at the whole crowd that's gathered there, gotta warn you, better get those rooms ordered first. So if you want to place gold down for that, and Pauline's like, I got it. I've already kind of like talked to her, so she'll get us the keys here in a minute. So, and she passes gold over, she nods and says, all right, well, drink up, lads and ladies.
Bottoms up.
Bottoms up! Blah, 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 blah. And yeah, Shella's the first to start downing it. Anybody else?
Oh dear.
I'll take a nice chug.
So you're
try to
chugging
chug the whole thing.
Yeah. If you're chugging, you know it needs to happen. Constitution saving throws.
Arthur will kind of raise his glass. Like. Anyways.
So Christopher is sipping.
Yeah, slowly start drinking it as he watches the tiefling.
So Vol and Jack, though Vol is a little bit swaggered, but Jack, you're perfectly fine. Shella, that was and she's passed that on the table already.
And there she goes.
I take it that her body weight just does not measure up to the potency of this drink, Paulina, just kind of like observing.
I also think that it's possible that we might just need to get her a kitty cup.
Alright. Paulina succeeds for now, but she's definitely got a little red cheek going on, maybe even more susceptible to answering stuff in a more casual way than normal. Oh, Vol, this drink is so good, so delicious. Oh man, I you know what? I'm having a lot of fun here with you guys, having all kinds of fun. She kind of like puts an arm around your shoulder and everything. Thank you so much for inviting me. Like, I didn't want to come at first, but now I'm glad I did. This little vacation is definitely loosening me up. I really like it here. And she kind of like points to her empty glass. Give me another.
I think you should definitely take a sipping out of that now, but I'm glad that you're enjoying yourself already.
Indeed, yeah. Well, what about you, Vol? Do you have a lot of fun doing this adventuring thing? Like, this has to be one of the highlights, right?
I'm not gonna lie, I actually didn't really adventuring till I met these guys. I was actually more, business attending soldier person kind of thing.
Soldier business. That doesn't seem to go good together. How is being a soldier like a business?
Usually you get told what to do. And more importantly, you don't usually get paid right away.
But that doesn't...
You also don't get to pick the jobs you want.
But that's not how businesses work, Vol. Like, look, if it was a business, it's like what I'm doing. Like, yeah, you don't get paid instantly, but you pick to be there because that's the business you started. So you have to pick to be there first before you could say it's anything like a business. Did you pick to be a soldier?
At first I did, and then after the few whiles I just finally decided to retire. So let's just say that business closed up shop.
Well, see, here's another thing with business. You can pass it on to your offspring. Can you pass being a soldier with your achievements passable to your offspring?
Shakespeare kind of goes silent on that.
That's what I thought. It's not a business, bro. As if she proved her point.
Problem is, there's some people that don't want to keep passing on offsprings. You know what? Take another swig. I think you're earning yourself something. Kind of like pushes her drink to her to kind of keep her more quiet.
Look. All right, so she starts to drink more, encouraged by her bestest friend all of a sudden, and we'll see if she survives. Like, she's like, oh, I see what you're trying to do here. Trying to give me a little bit more. Lippy, aren't you? Trying to make sure all my secrets come out. But you'll never get the best of me, Vo. Never. And she finishes the drink, sets it down, and just kind of like waits patiently for you to catch up. Well, Vo, what are you making me wait for? Your turn.
Oh, you mean like asking questions or taking a swig?
Take a drink, girl. We're partying tonight.
Oh dear.
Damn!
Arthur. God.
Arthur!
He needed that drink, and he too also succeeds. We're getting natural 20s in the wrong time, but this works.
Hold on. Okay, Jack. Say it's gonna crit fail. It might happen.
It's gonna crit fail for Vol. No,
No, it didn't.
So, with Paulina...
What are you guys talking about? I clearly see a 1.
Yeah. Anyway, Paulina's like purposely putting her finger at the bottom of the glass, tipping it just like she did her, just trying to get her to get it all down. There you go. Whoa, jug. Like she starts chanting, and everybody just kind of like looks in your direction, like what's going on over there? And you can see a couple guys just kind of like, yeah, jug in the background.
Start.
And
Look at Twitch.
What? Oh, did you post something? Where am I supposed to be looking in our main chat? Hold on one second.
Oh, disadvantage.
Oh, you're buying disadvantage.
Future.
Okay. And you know that was expensive to do. Vault reroll. So we're about to find out if the final tip of the finger puts full. Wow. Okay. There you go. Nice try, Kronk, but she succeeds. Oh man.
It's Kronk trying to make me laugh. Thank you, Kronk. I'm smiling now.
Though
I gotta do my drink.
Yeah, you as well if you're keeping up with the ladies. And I guess
I'm going to roll high. Wink, wink.
That's high enough.
There's a natural 1 on that other side. I almost jinxed myself.
Yeah, you almost did. So, a lot of you have grown tolerant to the good shit, and it shows. And definitely from Paulina, who's been bought several drinks before, she's managing to keep up with you by the luck of the dice from my end. But from story end, you can definitely see like maybe there's some truth to it, right? And she is still hanging in there, even with this buzz trip that she's currently on. And everybody here but poor little Shella is still in the drinking game, if it was to be going on. The blue sheen skinned tiefling comes back around and says, should I top you guys off, or are you going to keep going? Or I'm impressed. Already 2 glasses down and still hanging in there. Your little friend there, I guess it was just not within her reach to deal with the body weight of her own kind. But shall I? Yeah, Paulina points into the cup and once again refills her, and anybody else who points towards their cup gets refilled. Anybody else?
You can give me some Oh, go ahead.
Arthur as well. Yeah. And then Jack.
Arthur's gonna just put his glass out.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Another thing.
Bull's just gonna kind of put out. It's like, I wouldn't mind more of the drink. It reminds me of home.
So yeah, just having this lucid moment, and you guys get refilled on these lovely alcoholic drinks, and for the most part, Arthur, this place seems to be a very legitimate business front from what you could tell. Eventually, the blue tiefling kind of like walks away from the bar after giving you guys your drinks, and after she makes sure everybody's attended to, she goes, I'll go get those keys for you real quick. Stay put. And because of the layout of this particular map, I want you to imagine like there's a room that's kind of like isolated over here that is basically like a clerk set up with the front desk, as it were. And she kind of like goes over there and gets your keys and brings them back and sets them down in front of you. I got you 3 rooms with that money you gave me, and you guys can figure that out. But here are the numbers, and they have like little numbers to the room, so you guys can do the usual, pick which one of these lovely rooms you want to be in whenever you're ready to go.
Hey, Jack. Do you want to take these drinks back into the rooms?
Well, might as well. It'll definitely be easier to push you
Oh,
two into bed, not have to drag you
what-
all the way over there.
What's that for? Am I hearing that you're playing chicken? You want to be in your room and not take the challenge of being out here in the open?
I mean, do you want to come along too? I just want to put Shell in her room. Kind of like Shell is slowly sliding off the table.
I mean, Kronk could probably handle that. Kind of like looks over and sees that the sober one is Kronk, most definitely, and then kind of like glances
He's a
down. seeing-
designated driver.
Yeah, like Kronk could definitely pick Shella up if necessary. Heck, Kronk, you could pick any of us up if you needed to, right?
I could try to pick you all up if you'd like.
Try not to do it at the same time. That we don't want to stress you. One at a time if we fall. But I don't know. It sounds like they're gonna cheat and go off into a room. Ooh.
Want to come as a witness?
Well, what if I need more drink? Like, are we gonna order more drinks before we go, or are we just drinking this final bottle or glass?
Puts down 5 gold. I'll take 3 more bottles.
All right, fair enough. And she hands you 3-gallon mason jugs.
Jesus!
Yeah, these are like in brown mason jugs with the cork stoppered. And she hands them to the table. Make sure you bring the empty containers back, and please do me a favor. Don't urinate in it, okay? I really don't like it when guests do that.
So this is not the first time someone done that. That's terrifying.
Yes, it is. I'll have you know, these are new mason jars. You don't have to worry, but we would love to reuse them. So, don't. Okay? No promises,
You-
says Paulina as she grabs one and walks away.
Full picks up one, goes like nods to Jack to pick up the other one, because if they're that big, it's kind of like I don't want to drop one. So it's like let Jack carry it.
Well, yeah.
And
I mean,
then-
just imagine a giant milk jug, but it's a mason jar, right? There are a gallon
Oh,
each, and
okay.
there's 3 of them. There's 3 of them. It's not like a huge, like, keg or anything like that.
Okay, then I'll just pick up both of them, and then before I go into the rooms, I just kind of look at both Christopher and Arthur and go like, "You two have fun. I'll let you handle Shella, then Kronk."
So, please don't do anything that you might regret.
Don't worry, I don't have any of the peyote stuff. If I had any of that, I would totally stay sober.
Alright, at this point, yeah, what room do you want? The 4-bedroom? Or a 4-bed? Yeah, that's what it's right.
Yeah, sure, why not? Then Paulina can join us.
Yeah, there you go.
Chinook rides on Arthur's shoulder.
Okay. Think Arthur's still BRB. Are you back yet, buddy, or no? That answers that.
You
And
know,
if you're
Kronk,
muted-
I've always wondered if you could humor me.
He's gonna make a funny face.
by
Not
literally humor
quite
sheet.
what I meant, but so what exactly in all the bars that we've ever gone, all you've ever ordered is either, something like more on the watery side, like and even only so much as an ale. What is your fascination with ale specifically?
I just think they taste good, and I don't need to get crazy legs.
Oh, I see. So you're looking for the most flavor, but without any of the intoxicating effects.
It doesn't do much other than give you headaches in the morning.
Good night, Arthur.
So, have you ever perhaps sampled other of the more, I suppose, what you might say, watery drinks?
I've had some wines and many liquors, but the burn generally outweighs the flavor.
And I suppose I do understand what you mean. Although I won't lie, there are a certain set of meals that are best, how should I put it, palate cleansing, when done so with something like a red wine, for example.
I have savored much red wine. It is good, but the ale seems lighter on days.
Did you have, did you ever drink much ale back at home? Were there bars where you're from?
We lived in the deeper forest, so we did not go to town very often, as we lived mostly off the land.
Oh, but then just as well you could have perhaps made your own ale. Did you ever try?
There was not a lot of grains to brew with, and the berries did not taste good.
Oh, I suppose that's a bit unfortunate, isn't it?
There was one berry that would turn your mouth tingly if you ate too much.
Ah, so then certainly not a good berry then.
A couple of my cousins ate them a lot.
Oh, were there ill effects?
They just slapped each other a lot.
I'm sorry?
They said they could feel the slaps.
So what you're telling me is that after consuming these berries, they made a game of hurting each other because they couldn't feel it.
I guess you could say they weren't hurting each other.
Just like Christopher's just like thinking on that for a moment. I suppose that's just something that siblings do then.
Yeah, they would slap each other without drinking sometimes.
Did you ever partake in such games?
I didn't like the tingly mouth too much, so I never got to the slapping much.
So you weren't quite slap happy then? I believe that's the term, slap happy. Yes, that's what it is.
It made me smile a little bit watching them slap each other.
I suppose there is sort of charm to physical comedy.
As long as no one is seriously hurt, I think it could be good.
I suppose then I can't help but be a little bit jealous then. didn't get to quite have that experience growing up.
You still have time. And Krunks give him a little slap. Oh, I hope this rolls low. Damn it!
Of course it would roll that much. I mean, take 1 point of damage from him, but
Let's knock him off the bar stool.
yeah, kind of like
Damn!
throws you off a bit, right?
It's like, oh, oh, oh. That was harder than I expected.
Sorry, sometimes I just forget.
No worries. Yeah, I know that you didn't quite mean for it to be that way.
Perhaps we should go find a good hot bath.
Now that I think of it, excuse me.
Oh, yes.
Excuse me. Is there perhaps a bath of sorts that we could partake in this city?
I mean, we have like bathrooms set aside if you want to get into a tub and clean up, but other than like a bathhouse, none that I'm aware of. But Marsola is pretty huge, so if you were to ask around, and I'll be frank with you, I've only been here for about a year, so I haven't really got to explore everything, so maybe you could find it, and if you do, maybe you can let me know about it.
Shall we go for a walk?
Famous last
Yes, I
word.
think I was going to suggest the same thing. If nothing else, the walk might be nice.
Might be. Alright, well you guys don't get too lost in the city, alright? It can get confusing. Like, I swear I went down 1 block when I first got here, and then it took me 3 hours to get back to where I was.
I am usually pretty good with directions.
Alright, well here's hoping, friend. If I don't see you within a certain allotted time, should I tell your friends, or...
Might ask where we are when they wake up.
So wait for them to ask me. Okay, well you can do that. I just, looking out for you guys.
I shouldn't suppose that, if you wouldn't mind the company. He's going to... Actually, what's Dorian been doing this whole time as he's been out?
What are your commands for Dorian? Like, for now, he's just dicking off, just looking at the space, but unless you tell him something specific. You can give me a perception check as Dorian, maybe I can help you out.
Oh. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Squeaker, squeak, squeak, squeakin'.
Mm-hmm.
Squeakity squeak squeak.
Squeakity.
Squeakity squooty.
Sees nothing.
Okay, no, this just tells me that he's over here by Shella, and he's flicking her tongue off and on. Like, he's just having fun watching it lull to one side and off to the other. Flat. Oh, this is hilarious. And he's doing it invisible. Flat. So, to the barmaid, as she's kind of like looking in that direction, goes, "Something wrong with your friend over there. Her tongue keeps flapping from side to side, and she's got this weird giggle about her." Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, that's just Dorian having his fun.
Dorian? Is that another party member that I just can't see, or what's going on here?
He's just my familiar. We have a history. Dorian,
Yeah, boss, what's going on?
would you mind doing me a favor? While Kronk and I are gone, if you happen to get a sort of distress signal, would you mind telling this individual here? As he gestures toward the barmaid.
Oh, yeah, alright, boss. You have fun. Then we hear, like, Shayla go, ah, as he's pulling her tongue. Ah.
Gronk's gonna help Arthur to his room.
Yeah. So Arthur, you kind of like have a little bit of a merriment, right? As you're kind of like taking this last chance drink. Give me one more perception check before Kronk has to haul you away, because I know we gave them a little bit of time to talk. So I just want to see if you notice a few things before you conk out of everything. There's a thieves' cant kind of etched into the bar near you, and it looks like it just says fish. Makes no sense, and then you're like, whatever. Gluck, 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 and boom, down you go. You're licking your boots.
I'm quite impressed by his dexterity and flexibility.
And if you had said anything between now and then, Arthur, we did not hear you. And we still don't hear you if you're saying anything now.
I figured
Okay,
I
there
was
you
just
are.
conked out by then.
Oh no, I was giving you a chance to kind of like maybe react, but you know. So yeah, with that, yeah, Kronk will take you to one of the bedrooms. Your choice, wherever you wanted to land. Or wherever Kronk wants to throw you. There you go. And with that, Kronk, you and Christopher make out for the night air to see what this town has to offer. Meanwhile, I think there's a quick drinking contest we can go check back in on.
Alright,
So-
we got ourselves 3 bottles there. Are you happy now?
Fine, fine. Now what's the game? Are we gonna keep going with this drinking contest, or?
Let's do this game. I got a game for y'all.
Hmm?
If I don't know. I already know a lot about Jack, but I know not much about you. So why don't we do a
I-
question game?
I am an open book. You can read my pages all you think.
Take a swig, and you point to the person you want to ask a question, and that person's got to take a swig, but they get to point to the person they want to ask a question to.
So, did you take your swig?
I thought you wanted to start. I could do
Oh, I
it now
thought-
if you want me to.
Well, you sounded like you wanted to ask me a question, so why would you want me to start if you're the one who wants to ask the question?
Takes a swig.
Alright, make a con save.
Ah! Ah! There we go.
Okay. Might not want to do it as Chinook, but okay.
I'm aware. I was playing as Chinook. Don't worry.
all of a sudden, the bat on your shoulder, Arthur, just kind of goes batshit crazy. No. Alright. So, what's your question?
Alright, first question. Here's what I'm gonna ask you right now.
Mm-hmm.
How did you gain those powers? Seems kind of rather strange for a barmaid to have.
What, people who are interested in adventuring can't be barkeeps or anything? Are you
No,
telling
but-
me my profession discriminates against adventurers?
No, I was just more curious because most barmaids I met before don't usually are able to shoot lasers out of their hands.
Well, to tell you the truth, it all started on the day that I met this lizard folk man. Every day, he would come in and eat a raw item, spill blood all over my bar, aggravate me to all get up, and I tell him, you can't do that here, you need to leave. And do it outside, away from here. Because I'm trying to keep my bar within the standards. You know, those rules the city makes you follow, because we're not supposed to have raw food out in the open. It's bad for people, but this guy does not get it. Anyway, he starts to understand that I need him not to eat his food outside. And we were kind of like in a truce. Then one day, I don't know why, but he apparently threw oil all over his body. And then this other kobold that we know as Fizzer started chasing him with a firecracker. And then BAM! They ran into my bar, started a fire, and I swear. And I just kinda woke up the next day. Capable of doing things. I don't know why, but I was angry and maybe in a drunken rage I made a pact with someone I don't quite know yet. But now I got ways to fight people who want to burn my bar down, and that's what's important. Because it's my bar.
I drink to that, but your turn now.
Okay. She pulls back the bottle, look, and I'll roll her con.
Here it comes!
Bleh. Bleh. And then she finds a wastebasket and starts throwing up.
Bull walks over gently and pulls her hair back.
Yeah. Okay, we're not going to go into that detail too much. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, stuff is happening. And Jag, you're just watching this escapade at this moment.
So, so we drink, then we ask the question?
Maybe we should ask the question, then drink.
Yeah.
Sorry, if you can't tell, I'm already still a little bit knocked over.
Yeah, lightweight. You two talk a tough game, but you're both lightweights.
Why don't you start then? Ask a question now.
No.
She
We gotta
thinks-
wait for her.
We're gonna wait.
Yep.
As you wait, she finishes, like after a couple minutes, and then she wipes her mouth and everything with the towel. It stands up proudly and says, I can keep going.
Alright, you get to pick a person then.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a D2 because she's just gonna throw her finger out there in the middle of the air. So I'm gonna give her a D3 to roll. She points at Jack, but she doesn't know what to say.
Well.
Oh, are you and Vol a thing? Cause I am not gonna lie, you two hang around each other way too much. Like, even this kinda like points to the room and the two of you. Just saying, it paints a picture.
I'm engaged to a druid. Though
I didn't know you
will
were a
admit-
druid, Vol.
No.
I'm not.
Oh,
Different woman. Though
Oh.
me and Vol did have.
You don't need to tell her that part.
Okay. Yep.
You don't
alright.
need to tell her that part.
no,
Kind of like
now-
Vol just puts her hand out, kind of go like, I think she gets the picture.
No. I think he was answering the question. No, please continue your answer. Don't let her interrupt. She don't get to make all the rules.
We're friends? Question mark. Like we get along, and we,
I mean, yeah, that's what
Competitive.
friends do, right? Right?
I mean, we can. We're open with each other, at least compared to the rest of them. Like we don't go spilling ourselves out to those ones out there. And frankly,
Flashbacks to just hearing Jack kind of just rant his heart out about Odie.
And plus, I mean, stuff she's told me that was personal, I've forgotten. So hey, there's a plus there that she can share stuff with me. If she wants me to forget it, well, guaranteed I've already forgotten it.
That
Oh, I'm a
doesn't
good
sound like a friend, but oh, I think he answered my question. His turn.
Alright, Bull. That hour we had, honestly, how was I?
Paulina stares at you like, wait a minute, hour? Hour? Oh yes, please explain this one to me, dear.
I'm not gonna drink until after you answer.
Hold on! I gotta roll something in my brain!
Don't hurt yourself.
Jack, I'm gonna be real. I don't have anything to compare with.
Alright. I just
Like,
start drinking.
It's like, I don't have enough experience to tell you that, Jack. I just know, based off of what my friend Gretchen and Rowan told me. But that's not really much.
Was that fun at least?
Do I really have to
was
say
he
it?
fun?
Kinda
Was
like-
he
You're
fun?
right,
Was he fun? I
that-
mean,
that's-
Full starts,
this
full
is
starts to the blush. It's like, do I really have to say it? I don't know.
No, you don't. It's not. That was the second question. I'll drink.
yeah, Trey.
23.
Damn!
Yeah, damn. He's got his A game on tonight. Seems he's improved since his last encounter. All right, so Vol, we'll do one more round of this around, and then I'll go see what Christopher and Kronk are up to.
Then Vol's gonna point back to Jack. Go like, question back then. But maybe
Oh, wait.
because I'm kind of curious of, you know, your plans now. Those companions that, you know, sadly are not going to be back to talk to you. Kind of referring to like Brutus and Kenan. She kind of goes like, now that they're kind of out of the picture, what's your plan now? Like, your cunning brutes are no more, from what it sounds like.
Well, I mean, they were gonna go down anyway, but that just means I don't have a target on my back. I don't gotta worry about them no more. Real trouble is Tazrath. But thankfully, they don't. I doubt they expect anything of us. I doubt they know of us, aware of them. So we'll just have to be careful about that.
Well, that's what I was asking. What are you gonna do now? Are you just gonna hang out with everybody still after, you know, we help out Christopher? Or are you gonna go back to your lady?
I mean, I might as well do what I can while I'm all with y'all, because, I mean, she wants to challenge everybody in the world to a big fight. She wants to prove herself to be the strongest, and if I can get Smith to make another airship, I mean, I could use it to gather people, and I mean, I might have to get on the Quintessa's good side, and
Wait, gather
her
people?
around the airship.
Gathering
Yeah,
people? Are you doing? You're not doing human trafficking, are you?
No,
Oh
no,
wait,
no,
should I wait for a question? I'm sorry, that was out of turn. My bad.
It's fine. Here's your freebie. She's a bit of a luchador, and she wants people to come to her so she can beat them in a fight. She wants to prove she's the strongest there is. So I was thinking, you know, to get word out, might have to travel out, hopefully with an airship, gather people, bring them back to her ring, and then, you know, that sort of thing.
What's a luchador?
A masked wrestler.
Oh, and she kind of like groans a bit. Ugh, like that Ragnar Savage. Ugh.
Well, but she's like good and entertaining, and she talks to squirrels.
That's just adorable, Jack.
I think it's Jack's turn now, huh?
Yep.
Oh, drank.
Oh, I drank.
Oh, she drank. She finished her question, right?
Yep. I gave the answer.
Yep. So, Vol, roll your con.
Alright, let's see what we get. Roll!
Okay,
Nope,
you're good.
got it.
You're good, but I got good news for you. DC is definitely increasing.
I'm very aware, but that's why I'm kind of sitting there going like, if I say the opposite will occur.
Right. Maybe. I guess that logic is working for now. All right, Jack. Who do you point to and what do you ask?
I'm gonna point to Paulina. I'm gonna take off the hat. Alright, be honest. Out of 10, what am I?
she squints. Like, are you really asking me that question?
Yes.
I mean, the best person to know is the 13 out of 10 barmaid.
Hold on, I don't think that rolled right. Nope. Okay. Yep. All right. One.
You're drunk. You don't know what you're talking about.
Drink, you asshole. She says as she points at you. You silly one.
That's 25.
Jeez!
Meanwhile, in a different part of the city, like someone is still thinking about the water dripping down his abs.
Speaking of which, we can definitely like that. Oh, I guess Paulina's got a turn, right? We'll do Paulina's turn and then we'll move to a different scene.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, she turns her attention back to Jack. Since we're asking self-appropriate questions, and she kind of like raises her hand, shows off her body. What am I? On a scale of 10 to 20.
25.
Good answer. Now she'll drink. Oh, and she manages to save just barely on that one. And yeah, that's kind of like where that game is at the moment. Meanwhile, with Arthur incapacitated at the moment, sorry buddy, and Shella snoring loudly as Dorian continues to play with her lulled tongue, we have Kronk and Christopher wandering the streets of Marsola. It's probably around 9 in the evening as you guys are kind of like wandering around, but what do you guys want to do specifically? Like if we're targeting certain things, investigations might need to happen. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, we did seem pretty inclined to see if we could find that bath, so I guess like we will probably focus on that.
Sounds good to me. So whoever wants to make an investigation check, you can do so with advantage since there's two of you asking around.
Do you want to make it, Krunk?
I've got a +0 in investigation.
I need to see this.
I mean, I do too. So it's literally no difference.
Here's the
Okay.
question. Well, as you guys are resolving who's doing it, I just want to answer Arthur real quick. Here's the question. Does sleeping cause you to lose form? If
I
the
think we
answer-
ruled that as no.
Then the answer is the same, because I kind of feel like you're incapacitated and asleep, not unconscious from unwillingness, so to speak. Alright, so Kronk, with that wonderful investigation on both sides, you find an array of establishments, but asking the populace, they kind of shake their head, like maybe even you're describing the bathhouse back in Shandora, just kind of like, do you got anything similar? But like as you're passing through the town, just kind of like give you an idea of certain things that you're going to be able to witness. You notice a temple dedicated to the wind goddess is currently open, and this might have been one of those places where you kind of like stepped in because there was some socializing going on at the outskirts, like people at the front of the building just kind of like getting ready to leave and just finishing their conversations and just kind of like coming up to ask them about the bathhouse. Okay, so this is one of those situations where this never came up in the game yet, but I feel like it would definitely be there. So for now, it's like there is a bathhouse. It's kind of like on the south end of town, but the name of it kind of escapes the person at the moment, but you're more than happy to kind of like go and look for it at this point. But yeah, you're just outside of this temple and about to go in that direction unless there's anything else you want to do before you leave this particular spot.
Kronk's on a mission.
Indeed he is. So
Might
let's
look
see.
out for a quest port on his way. Just going to that.
Well, no.
There's just like a sign with neon lights. That's
Says
right.
quest
We found the quest board. Unfortunately, it's a brothel.
Neon
it's
sign also
ju-
says no vacancy.
No.
It's
All right.
and like just underneath, we don't take any small air quote quests.
Yeah, I can see that everybody is definitely geared to giving me Patreon material. So this has been going on all week. I'm kind of wondering, like, is there something in the air? Is there just something that's, I guess people are getting tense and bothered. It's okay. We'll figure something out. But I was just trying to think of what this bathhouse name is. So guess what? We're doing some world building. What do we call it? What do you got?
Bathhouse?
Mm.
Just bathhouse. It's just called the
No,
bathhouse. Doesn't have any generalization to it.
It's Beth. Beth's
It's
bathhouse.
Beth's. Okay, Beth's bathhouse.
Yeah,
I
she
like it.
got a cousin named Herb.
She has a cousin named Herb. Okay, cousin to Herb. No, that's fair. And yeah, she runs this shop with a few extra people. So yeah, okay, you find Beth's bathhouse on the outskirts of town with your wonderful investigation, and it's about 10 in the evening now after you find it and start to decide whether you want to take the bath or not. It's just pretty much a changing room that leads into a bathhouse. Nothing extravagant, but they have like an open door policy, as it were. Like it's a communal for everyone. It's not segregated in any way.
Hey, Chronicle, pay for him and Christopher's way.
Alright, that'd be 2 silver, and the two of you can take a bath. With it being this late, most people have already come and went, and yeah, you have the tub to yourself. So, like, if you guys want to have a conversation about anything, and if not, we can move on.
Kronk's going to start with his standard belly flop into the pool.
Whoosh, and slowly sinks down, and bubbles just kind of like burst out at the top of the water.
This being like maybe the third or fourth time Christopher's seen this, he's less surprised.
Indeed. And for all sakes, like, you guys go ahead and start the scene, and I'll check to see if like people are coming in or anything. Okay, so for now it's just you and Kronk.
Kronk will just float to the top.
So you know what? It is remarkably quiet here. It's a bit... How should I put it? A nice change of pace?
Little iceberg roll over. This is what life is about.
It is nice to have these moments where we can just relax, not having to, worry about rogue spellcasters after our lives or thieves at our throats.
Or people starting a forest on fire.
Yes,
Again.
we do need to work on that, don't we?
Shella sneezes in her sleep. Oh, dear Lord, she gagged.
As long as we work together, we will make it.
All this time, Kronk, I have always appreciated your company. A constant friend.
I appreciate your company as well. There are too many people that just come and go.
There's A few too many, but I suppose all must go on their own ways eventually.
I don't see me leaving you anytime soon, my friend.
He smiles at that. I appreciate that, Kronk.
So, what kind of booze do you think we're going to find?
Oh, you mean on this current trip we're on?
The pamphlet didn't really say.
Well, I should imagine that if we're inching closer to a port town, we might find some imported liquors.
There's a
Maybe.
light noise in a nearby room, like somebody's getting changed.
Kronk's just gonna quickly look in the direction, but not do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps it'll be cactus wine.
Oh, you know what? I don't believe I've ever tried such a drink. That might be an interesting thing to try.
Or maybe some melon wine. Kronk's just gonna go like the next few minutes just naming different variations of wine.
Right. At about which time, like, the curtain kind of like unfurls and we see this half-orc woman just kind of like scantily, she's got like the towel over her chest and everything, and she slowly makes her way to the side of the pool, and kind of like noticing the two of you nearby, she just kind of like gives you a cautious wave and goes off to her own little world and off to the side.
Kronk will be back.
So, you need not distance yourself. We're quite friendly.
No, that's okay. I'm just relaxing. What brings you all here? I mean,
We are
besides dirt.
getting wine for a different city.
Oh, good news that is. Wine very needed in places.
So, yes, I suppose a very prominent provider recently. But it was described as perhaps an earthquake? It was very unfortunate to hear of.
A shaking thing. And, like, just judging from her speech patterns, like, common's not her native tongue.
Oh, yes, the earth shook and the building fell down.
That sounds rough.
Yes, thankfully everyone okay.
That good. And instinctively, like, she's coming closer just so that you can hear her, like, trying to make sure that she's not being rude.
Is your name? I am Kronk.
The DM was actually working on that, but give me a second. Like, I had ideals that I was going to go with, but I didn't. I lost one of my notes to one of the half-orc women that were in town, so I'm going to have to kind of like start over with what I had. She tells you, Mergen name, me. What yours? And I'll type that out and I'll make note of it, because I'll need to know this for later.
I am Kronk. That is Christopher.
Christopher Kronk. Pleasure. Pleasure? Nice to meet you.
Yes, that's right. you can say pleasure.
Ah, yes. Pleasure. Wait, and she kind of like goes red for a moment.
Oh
You-
no,
you-
not that.
Oh, indeed. Indeed. Gathering wine for other city, said you. Where from?
We travel from Shandora. Shandora needs the wine.
Oh, is brewery still there?
Earthshake.
Oh, that weird.
They had a honey melon ale. It didn't really have much honey in it.
Sounds delicious. So you said it didn't have any in it.
It was still tasty, but I didn't get the honey.
Sound, taste, tea. Just kind of like finishing her thought there.
So, are you from here?
First time, no. Long time, yes. Here now, yes. Before, nah, no.
So, where do you come from?
From Port Miscus, from overseas.
Port Miscus.
Yeah, you want to roll a history check to see if your schooling has told you where that is?
Like, come on, kids. Let's figure out how much geography we can remember today. 16.
Port Miscus is a northern city in Citadel Kingdom that's off to the eastern coast. Notorious for getting outside of the main rule of the inner land, as it were.
Oh, so from Citadel Kingdom then?
Yes, you been there before?
No, but we have future plans to go.
She starts to speak in a different tongue. Do you know Orcish, anyone?
Nope.
Nope.
So it comes out as a bunch of grunts at first, and then she sees that you're absently looking at her, and she says, "I, sorry, back tongue, language, linguist, the words, very troublesome, trouble-ish place.
Troublesome, yes.
Oh yes, indeed. Family, yeah. Family gone.
Oh,
It's-
You
so,
in trouble over there.
not more, no. No more. Away from trouble.
so you escaped?
Escape?
Or to run, flee?
Left. Fallon. Own will.
Oh, okay then. So you did not want to live there anymore. So come here.
Yes. I'm trying my best to dumb myself down so I can get these words out in a way that's kind of like articulates her situation. I hope I'm doing it justice. But she just kind of like continues to be in deep thought, like she's translating her orcish words in her mind, trying to get them in common. So you could definitely see the thought process going into it. Family gone, but here I work. Make money, being strong. Kind of like flexes a bicep on you.
What is your work?
I no talk about it. But I,
So secret.
yes, secret, keep from, just, I protect. But secret what? Or who?
So perhaps bodyguard.
Yes. Sounds. Body, yes. Kind of like thinking it's close to what she means.
So, well, you use strength to help people. That is
Yeah.
good.
Me strong.
And strong too. And he'll flex a little bit.
Challenge? Kind of like throws her arm out, like ready to do a arm wrestle.
I don't know how to do that in water.
Oh, fine surface. We fine hard spot. Back of him.
I don't think that's a tough enough spot.
She hears your words and she's like examining Christopher a little closely. And it's like, right, break probably.
That's I guess Crunk will move to the edge of the bath.
Or we can drink and do tavern brawl. I mean, she stops with brawl and trying to think if that was the right word.
We do not fight those that do not mean us harm.
Oh, challenge. Wrestle, arm. Bring, arm to arm, down. In tavern.
Yes. Is that challenge to arm wrestling?
Yeah, that.
We even get the name of our tavern to tell her where we're at.
The Savage Bird.
We are with our friends at the Savage Bird.
As you say that, her eyes widen. And then she nods like, hope you enjoy stay.
You want to come for a drink?
Easy. Is how she responds. Easy.
Yes, is an easy walk to get there.
Finish splash time. Then arm wrestle time.
And Gronk will squirt gun both of them.
And then, just like if that wasn't a challenge, she just slaps the water really hard with her big old palm and just splashes a wave towards you, Kronk, and it just playfully goes off the back end of your shell.
Well,
And so does she, and you guys continue with your bath. If you have anything else you want to add to this scene, by all means, but eventually you will make it to the end of your playtime, and she will follow you back to the end.
Got nothing else.
Making our way uptown.
Yeah, so after, like, getting dressed and everything, you notice, like, getting out first, because she's finishing up a few things, as you guys were here a little earlier, right? You kind of, like, notice this giant greatsword. It's kind of, like, leaning against the wall. And, you know, it looks pretty heavy. And then Mergen comes from the pool, wrapped up in a towel, and she kind of, like, goes over there and adjusts the greatsword to get ready to put the rest of her things. And she kind of, like, moves it, grabs the basket from behind, and starts getting dressed on her own, on her side of things, and eventually re-equips the greatsword to her sheath on her back. Ready I am.
Shall enjoy a cool night walk.
I protect, as she points at you and Christopher. And with that, go ahead.
Also good. Protecting.
Easy. And you all proceed outside of Beth's bath house, located at the south end of Marcella at 2212, whatever street this is. And you make your way heading back north towards the Savage Bird Inn, where Shella tongue is wrapped awkwardly around her nose. And the tiefling kind of like glances in and says, "Ah, Mergen, welcome back." And she waves as you two kind of like follow in or lead her in. So like Mergen was behind you, but the tiefling quickly gives her a wave, and Mergen makes her way up towards the counter and just kind of like takes a seat for a moment. And I will eventually make her a token. I just gotta find out where I want to get one.
I suppose that. Look, glancing over at Shella, Dorian has been having fun.
Yeah, I kind of watched that tongue go in so many directions. It's kind of cute how this little creature seems to be having his way. But, as long as he's no threat to me, I will not interrupt in his funsies, as it were. Mergen, where have you been? Went to splash time. Oh, so you went to the bath. Did you guys find it, by the way? Well, it's hilarious, because now I think about it, she would have known, right?
She was busy at the time. Her
Yeah.
brain was in all sorts of places.
Yeah, you know what? I forgot. One of my friends was heading in that direction. She totally told me about it, but I completely forgot because the DM was not ready in that direction. But you know how it goes. But yeah, so she kind of like. So you guys going to be drinking some more, or?
I think we will have some wine.
All right, I'll get you all set up then, and she'll set up 3 glasses of wine. As Mergen too kind of like nods happily. And then she's like, "All right, challenge." And kind of like puts her elbow on the table, takes your forearm, and is ready to kind of like challenge you to an arm wrestling match.
And Kronk will perk up.
All right. Do you try to win?
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, so I'll need athletics. And what are we looking at about this level for like a fighter type? Like they should get. Let me see what Kronk has here. He has a +5 from that, and so if she's trained in athletics, I would say a +10 is fair. Yes.
Sure.
All right, just checking. I don't want to be greedy here or anything. Like I definitely want to make her fair. So yeah, this is interesting. So you guys clasp hands, and then it's a hard fight for a moment there, Kronk. You kind of like feel your arm coming back, and then you push her back for a moment, and then eventually she just kind of like claps and forces her, that strength that she has hidden, and it just kind of like catches you off guard, and smack, she slams you to the table on the first try, and she wiggles her hand though and goes, impress, strong, but I win, and she pats herself on the chest.
That was very good. I do not try this very often.
Me teach you more later. Secret technique. Secret trick.
Technique is correct, yes.
Fancy words because DM doesn't realize I need to be a little less fluent. Sorry.
I can do this. Can you do this?
And what do
And
you
he's
do?
just gonna make all the lights flicker.
She glances around, kind of amused, and neat trick.
One cool trick, wrestlers hate it.
I can do other things, but I like to make stories with the fires.
Stories. Height?
He's gonna like take one of the flames and like make a giraffe shape out of it.
Ooh, pretty. And she kind of like bewilders herself in the imagery.
I like the tall ones too.
She gets lost in the flame. So like if you wanted to like do anything with the imagery, she would definitely keep an eye on it.
You might do like a little dolphin swimming or something.
Alright. I'm just buying myself time here because I'm looking for a quick picture to make for her token, which I'll probably have to do next session. But she quietly watches and she claps. She's like, fun. That looks fun. I see those. And she points at the dolphin. Those fish in ocean.
A little while back we were on a ship and I caught a killer whale.
Whale? Killer?
Black and white. Very big fish.
Big fish. Yes, seen. Ocean trip here.
I perhaps can help here. And Christopher's going to hold out his hand, and a small image of the killer whale appears in the palm of his hand.
She takes a look at it and kind of like nods, says, yeah, seen before. That one. Big fish, big. She kind of like spans her hands out from side to side as if to measure it, but it's way too big for her just to be like, was really huge. Really.
Like Kronk's gonna show her a couple of the teeth from it.
Did we not say these teeth were like 10 feet tall or something at one point? I can't remember. But
Well,
yeah,
actually, I might have actually sold them. I don't see them in my inventory anymore.
here, this will represent her for now until I find a better token. She,
I don't think you sold them, so I think you might just forgot to put them in.
maybe. I'll say you got them. Like, she nods impressed indeed. Like, she's enjoying your company and story and everything. And then, the barkeep's like, Mergen? Yes, ma'am. Are you about ready to come back? She, turns to you, says, me, work now. I, fun.
Perhaps we will see you in the morning after breakfast.
May. And The tiefling just kind of like smiles over to her. All right, Mergen. Go ahead. You're allowed back. And she nods and makes her way to this door on this end, and she just walks in. Door shuts behind her. Sorry to interrupt your little company there, but it is very sweet of you to keep Mergen company.
She seems like a nice lady.
She is for the most part. She's gotten a lot better at her common. But, you know, she still has trouble understanding certain things and just gotta find the right words to get your full imagery about if you don't know Orcish.
Yeah, she spoke some earlier, but
Mm-hmm.
we did not know what she meant.
I mean, it's just common to kind of like fall into a tongue you're more comfortable with, am I right? And then she just kind of like starts saying stuff in Infernal. Kind of like this. And
Christopher understood.
Yeah. I was like, I think I remember he knows that.
Kronk will say something completely different in Druidic.
And she's like, yeah, see? Like that back in common. But, I hope you had a good walk. Was the town to your liking? I mean, it's nighttime, not a lot to do right off the bat.
We had a lovely walk.
Well, I'm glad
Sometimes
to hear.
it's just nice to enjoy the peace.
Indeed it is. It is very nice. It's been... I must say, today has been pretty pale in comparison to activity, but I am grateful for it nonetheless. By the way, the name's Victoria. Pleasure to meet you, lads.
My name is Kronk.
It's Christopher, charmed.
Indeed. So your other friends, they bought 3 of our mason jars of bootlicker, so I'm sure they'll be sleeping pretty well here in a little bit if they're not already. But I gave you your key, so you should be good to go for tonight.
Thank you very much. They will probably need much water in the morning.
I'll make
They
sure
are
that...
very enthusiastic drinkers.
Well, you know, I get that a lot from the adventuring type. It seems the adventuring guilds outside of our city seems to spoil them in drinks, so I guess that's why we make so much money off them. But don't worry, you're getting a good price here, don't you worry.
They will wake up very red in the face, I'm sure.
I'll make sure there's plenty of fresh water on tap, okay?
Thank you very much. And I'm sure it's probably late enough. Kronk would probably head to bed.
Absolutely. Like at this point, she snags another clean glass, hears somebody wanting something, and goes off at this point where you two as well can go ahead and bed down for the night, as it were. I guess I'll go ahead and revisit Full and Jack and Paulina to see if there's one last final round, or what are we doing?
Yeah, I think there's one last round at least.
We left.
One last round. Let's see.
Well, the last person was Jack, so who's asking the question? I mean, who are you?
Point to Paulina.
Or
She was
yeah,
the
wait.
last-
She was
yeah.
her turn. Alright, so let's see. You know what? She's been picking on you too much. She points to Vol. 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 Vol.
Yes,
Vol.
I hear ya. Don't
Vol.
worry.
Vol?
I'm not that far away. I'm
Oh.
here. Oh god, she can't see me, can she?
Why is the horse named Red Rocking Racer? It's too many syllables. Why?
Sorry, I can't roll my R's. So I was just like, think it's their real name is like doing the Spanish
Their
R
real
roll.
name.
Can you
Their
do it
real
for me, Mega? Do a good job at it. Just like a really long R. That's their real name, but I don't think anyone wants to say it for that long.
That is
At least that's what the owner told me.
that is a kitten purr that I ever heard one. At any rate, so the Red Rocking Racing, yeah, the name is just way too long.
I mean, I could call them Rodney, but last time I called them Rodney, they just gave me a dirty look for a horse, and I felt bad.
But it's a horse, Vol.
You didn't see Red Rockin' Riding
Oh.
Racer's face.
Vol.
It gave me such a bad. I hear you. Take your
It's-
drink, enjoy your swig.
DC's now 22, so good luck, guys.
You.
Badonk!
Dead.
Yep, she dead. Might need to drag her off, but she falls to the feet. Her feet give out from underneath, and almost true to the name, she is nearly licking her own boots as she falls to the floor.
Well, it's back to you, Jack, and back to you and me.
What's your question?
I'm really simple, Jack. You don't really talk about your past too much, except like with the cutting brutes and stuff like that, but how were you as a kid? Were you good, like a good lad, or were you
I was pretty good. I was no troublemaker. I mean, when you're friends, you're boys, and you're like kid, you're all hanging out together. There might be a little mischief, but like in that way that boys are kind of do stupid shit to have some fun. But I mean, we weren't bad, but we were okay. We maybe pranked each other, but we were good kids. Nobody yelled at us too much. Granted, we weren't like helping old ladies across the street, but we weren't actively stealing or painting dicks on walls or nothing.
Dicks. You hear a murmur from the floor.
I was just curious because, you know, kids are adorable. People always ask, hey, are you gonna ever have a kid? And I'm sitting to go like, I don't want a kid. At least, for reasons. Kind of like, just kind of mumbling a little bit. That's, you know. But I do think they're adorable, and the way you describe it there, it just sounds like a typical young boy.
Yeah. Well, before you drink, I might as well get my question in, then we can both take a drink together. How about that?
I think that's fine. I'm a lady that will stick to her word, fills up her glass, and then kind of like waits for you to fill up yours before. Yeah, it's like, you know, waiting for your question as she filled up her glass.
Just slowly fill it up.
Bloop, bloop, bloop,
Why
bloop.
is it? Why is it that you're so keen on making sure your noble family name is hidden? Why is an officer, a soldier officer from Timor in Tynak, a kingdom she has no loyalty to? Why are you here? Because you don't seem to have any kind of needs or wants. You're just messing about with the rest of us. You're just on these little adventures like Paulina, except you're not out here to get booze like she is. Why are you here?
Bull's like happy-go-lucky face kind of just turns into more of an expressionless look. And it takes a moment, because it's not like like, based off of what you see, it's like she's actually trying to figure out how to phrase it, but it's kind of like a look of, like, you know, sorrow, maybe a little bit of hurt feelings from just thinking about it. And then she kind of just sits there and go like, alright, Jack. I'll tell ya. Only because I think I owe you that much, based off how many times I scored against you in the drinking game. It's not comfortable, though. But I do have loyalty to my kingdom. I had it for a good while. Till I learned more info about what happened to my home. But the thing is, and this leads to the first question of why I had my nobility stuff. Before that awful event, I don't really want to think about too much. Kind of like you'd see her wavering a little bit. She's kind of just like, it was a name I was proud of. No fear. People smiled when I heard it. Then that all changed. Name was seen as literally one of the worst things you could be called, associated with. I am a noble, but I'm a noble that holds no grounds. The only thing I have is to get my nobility back to reclaim the thing I lost. But even with that, people kind of still see me as scum in my homeland, at least near my old region. And probably the reason why I'm venturing off, drinking with a bunch of random people I don't know, doing random things. One is to keep my mind off of that, but two, I really need people to trust. I really do. Because I know this is something way too big for me to handle on my own. She's kind of like, almost like, leaning against the wall. Like, I hope that makes sense. I'm sorry, I mean, she kind of just like being weird. Like, oh, like, did I say anything right? Fuck.
It's fine. Good thing I asked that when she was out cold.
I
That
would.
was helpful.
Oh, no, go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's quite fine. I'll help you out. And you can trust that I won't say anything to the rest of them until you're
Hello,
ready.
hell, I'm so random.
Hello, I'm so random.
Alright, give me a con save. Let's get these strengths in you.
Yeah, sure. And she's gonna finish up as like, I trust you. Don't worry. But we definitely, I feel like I need to have help from them as well. Especially since, and she lifts up the glass, I was literally told after I met that blind woman that I was gonna die without you. Takes a nice swig. Well, I'm gone.
Yep.
I'm going to put up the glass and kind of hold it in weight, and then set the glass down. I'm not actually going to drink it. Not yet.
Cheater! Cheater! As the lights turn off, Vol, you notice he sets his glass down and you conk to the floor. That's the last thing you see.
Well, here's what happens. I'm gonna put Paulina to bed,
She
and
managed
then
to
I'm
crawl
gonna...
there.
Yeah.
Would you get her under the covers? Got it.
And then I'm gonna do what I did last time with Vol, is remove the pieces of armor. I'm gonna leave them around the table, and then put her into bed.
Alright, so after fiddling with her uniform of sorts, you get her undressed enough to get the armor off and put her to bed.
And then I'm gonna start getting undressed down to shirtless, and pants, and then I'm gonna sit on the bed and take the drink.
All right, sounds fair to me. So go ahead and take that swig now. And just like that, you all manage to start taking your long rest at this point. At the crack of dawn, I believe a few of the early risers would probably be Arthur and Shella, as they kind of like snap awake with their hangover. Ah! And Christopher, you might have waken up because Shella's kind of like moaning and running out. I feel so
well, yeah,
stretched.
she's certainly feeling it now.
Oh god, boss, I wonder if her tongue's okay. She's trying to get her tongue off her nose.
I suppose I should go off and help her. Can't leave her like that now.
What are you up to, Arthur? And did you put your mute button on or off?
Arthur is slowly getting himself out of the room.
Alright.
Very
Finally.
much hungover.
Yeah. The, can't help but notice that there's still these little etchings of what looks like a fish everywhere you go.
He's gonna take... Oh, wait. Never mind.
Okay.
I'll ask. As he just kind of walks in, takes a seat over at the bar.
Yeah, I think there might be a different barkeep at this point. Like the morning barkeep's like this dull-looking, bald man eating breakfast or something.
Oh, yes, plus water.
Pours you a glass.
And it is getting chugged.
Don't drown yourself too much.
I think somebody tried that once. They're kind of... Anyways.
Oh, she didn't go this way. Just turns and starts running the other direction.
Yeah, I see Christopher pop out.
Shella! Shella! Shella, are you alright?
And as you kind of like hear murmuring in the back, you can kind of like see this kobold struggling with her long tongue latched around like a horn piece of her nose, and she's trying to get it untied like a knot she can't quite get, which is weird because it's like she can feel it, and she's like trying to pluck it free, but she can't quite get it.
Hold on, let me help. You should have asked for help in the first place. Starts going through the process of untangling it.
Okay. Dexterity check, just straight across the board.
Oh, gods.
And then you have to roll a DC for... No, I'm just kidding. Dorian has to roll his DC to see how well he tied it up. No, I got a DC in mind. Alright, yeah.
Oh, apparently... Oh, God, Don't take this the wrong way, folks. Christopher has masterful fingers.
It seems so, as you free up the tongue and it snaps back down into her mouth, and she's like, that was what happened? Did my tongue do that on its own?
No, I'm afraid that you were the victim of a sort of prank, but it appears that you're right now.
Yeah, thank you. Much appreciated. Oh, well, I guess we should go check on the others then.
Oh, gods, that's right. We did leave them in a drinking contest again, didn't we?
Ah, oh, yeah, we did, didn't we? Well, I mean, I didn't do anything. Wait, there was a contest? I didn't know this was a competition.
Shut up, you literally knocked out after the first drink.
Well, that's not fair. I feel
Shella,
cheated.
I don't know if you know this, but that's part of the game.
But no, that's cheating. Somebody cheated. Somebody must have gave me the wrong booze or something. She cannot accept the fact that she's a lightweight. That wasn't me last night. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. I'll show him next time.
I'm sure that's it, Shella, but you were right in one thing. We should probably check on them.
Oh, yes, most definitely.
I was about to knock on the door, but then remembers... Oh, right, maybe perhaps more softly. And knock softly on the door.
Wolf eventually gets up.
Hit the snooze, Vol. Ah.
Alright,
that's
give me
one
a
alive.
second. I gotta get over there and open the door to turn off the snooze.
No, don't fall. Can't get up.
Gently opens the door.
Prepares
Okay,
a
that's
fist.
2 alive.
Hi, Vol.
You-
Are you ready for your practice? As your senior, it's my responsibility to make sure we get all of our stuff done.
Oh, right, I need to do that, don't I? Kind of like
Yes.
just see her with like her just like no armor, but just like her regular uniform. She just got up. She didn't even change and
Of course.
like fixing up her stuff.
But then again, how did you get this way?
She's not really overthinking it right now because she's kind of just sitting there looking at Christopher go like, I think Jack's alive. Hey, Jack.
Jack, wake up!
Peeks his head through the door. Jack, are you quite alright?
Doesn't make a sound.
Full walks
know-
over to the Jack.
You know what they used to do when somebody didn't wake up in my clutch?
What'd you do?
We used the shake method.
Let's let the gentle young man do it.
Oh, very, very well then. Like, Christopher just like puts his hands over his chest and just starts shaking. Jack, you all right?
That's not
Are
gonna
you
work.
alive?
That's too weak, Vol.
Christopher is like blushing incredibly red right now.
yeah.
Cracks knuckles. Alright. Seems like you need a woman's touch. Just start rubbing Jack on the head.
What was that, Jack?
He just goes, that certainly ain't you.
Oh, I guess he's awake, guys.
I'm trying. His eyes are still closed. If I open my eyes and who was trying to shake me is still touching me, I still have my wand. And I am cranky for being disturbed from my slumber.
That's not part of the
Christopher's
shaking
hands immediately
method.
shoot up.
I can definitely see him having still the, anger of a dragon.
Oh, don't even remind me of the dragon.
Can y'all get out of my room?
Oh, we came to check on you. How was your night of drinking? Apparently I
That's all.
won.
Jack is not a morning person.
Vol goes
It's like
like,
too early for
Oh,
Shell.
not after drinking anyway.
Yeah, it's
Vol
not,
just
not a
kind of
good-
looks at him and goes, "Oh, go ahead."
No, you go ahead.
Vol's just gonna look at Jack and be like, "Yep, she's the winner." Because she
Hey.
didn't do one thing that you don't usually do in a drinking game. Looks at Jack with a kind of a glare. Bonus action glare on shield.
Yeah. Last I recall, though, your shield's not equipped at the moment.
Picks up Shella. Bonus action stare.
Stare, gee.
But you know, Christopher, let's get Paulina something. I think
Oh,
her
that
being
damn
a new
alarm
adventure.
clock is still going. Shut it up, fool.
Vol walks over and just picks up Paulina and goes like, "Time to get your water, baby." Just walks her out of the room.
She wraps her arms around your neck and kind of like nuzzles into your ears like, "Oh, baby, darling, it's way too early for that. Why don't we just go back to bed together, huh? Huh?" And she's just kind of like breathing heavily in your ear. And then we fade to black.
Now-
I mean,
Going like, "Not letting this happen again. I already had that happen to one of the ladies that I'm friends with. And now it's really awkward." Just
Christopher-
starts carrying her away.
Christopher's side glances over to Jack, blushing.
wait, Vol, come back. And yeah.
Eye just shoots open and just stares up. If you don't leave my room, I will make sure you can never see in. And starts pulling out the wand.
It's so
Christopher
big.
poofs.
Gee, Jack, why do you keep showing me your wand so freely?
Christopher just appears
Wow.
behind Arthur.
My hero, you hear from Paulina. She just kind of like squeals into Vol's arm.
Although, for what it's worth, Jack, he used the cape of Montblanc, so like a big puff of like of black smoke appeared
Yeah,
when he
so he's-
disappeared.
Oh, well.
Smells like brimstones.
Arthur, on
Oh,
the other
hey,
hand, just, like,
Christopher. How did you? Oh, go ahead. Arthur, you haven't
has a
said
hand
much.
on his ears, like, what? How am I the only one that's hungover?
I mean, I had my tongue nearly pulled out and wrapped around my nose. But you know what? I powered through it like a champ, and that's why I am the winner.
I don't think you're the only one, Arthur. Points to like, well, with her like arms kind of free, points to like Paulina literally wrapped around Vol as she's sitting on the bar stool still with her on her around her.
Now, forgive me ahead of time, but Paulina just starts nibbling on your ear at this point.
Is that what Jack did? I don't remember. Wait. Oh God. Barmaid, please get her some water. I think she might be thinking I'm some kind of food.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of these interactions are definitely Patreon worthy, but yeah, to keep it above, like she's just kind of like she's not even aware who's holding her, but somebody's holding her. It's like she is playing out a scene in her mind, probably from some love novel, like The Chilled Touch. Who knows? But she continues to nibble on thy ear unless you put her down.
I'm not putting her down till I get that water.
Now the barkeep takes out a glass, pours some water. Seems like this is on the menu today. Here you go.
Kind of like has her stop nibbling by just like poking her in the neck.
No, 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 no. Let's go back to
And
bed.
just puts the glass of water in her mouth.
She coughs for a moment. What the? Vo? Vol, why are you carrying me?
I don't know. Why are you so attached to me, honey?
She jumps out of your arms and kind of like straightens her outfit up. That's not what I meant. Whew, wow. Yeah, the bootlicker is definitely a strong drink, guys. I think we might have went a little overboard. Is everybody okay? Anybody die of a hangover? Cause oh my god, this hurts. Did not want to get out of that bed.
Jack, are you a spirit right now? Is your body still in the room, or are you alive?
I'm here. Yeah, I've just slowly come out after everyone else. Rolina, just be lucky I managed to put your ass in the bed instead of just leaving you on the floor.
Are you the one that also took off my armor?
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the main reason I didn't drink right away. I had a feeling I was gonna pass out, and I'd rather put you both in a comfortable bed.
That's something you could do to make yourselves popular with the ladies.
Jack is also still shirtless, by the way. Just so we're clear. He did
Jack
not
also-
get dressed.
On top of that, Jack, I'm not that type of person, but there might be ladies that do like the look. But you're not a barbarian.
Yep.
Yeah,
Paul.
well,
Go ahead.
I don't really feel like putting on a shirt right now. I need to fix this hangover.
Paulina like grabs a part of her dress that was kind of like off the side of her shoulder and tries to refix it real quick, realizing she was a little unkempt as well. Why did you drag me out here? Couldn't you have brought the water to me in bed instead of carrying me like that? Did I do something
Nope.
stupid?
It's like, nope. Bull finally lays her head because I finally can acknowledge that I have a hangover.
Well, could just left me in the bed until we were ready to go, right?
Here's what could have happened. I could have come out to get you some water, but I just would have splashed you with it.
Oh, my hero looks at Vol, just thanking her in a silent, monotone voice. Water
Why
is
is Jack making it so hard right now?
keeps showing you that wand. I mean, anyway, water is passed out to anybody who wants it. Kronk, I imagine you're wanting some breakfast to go with this morning.
Yep, fresh greens and some eggs.
They take a little bit longer to get a hold of the ingredients. It seems like they had to go somewhere to get the greens, but the eggs seems to be plowable. And for the rest of you, like eggs and bacon and toast is kind of like offered as the morning breakfast today. Sorry, it's kind of a basic meal, but here you go, folks.
Nah, you're fine. I'm enjoying this already. Are you happy with your greens, Kronk?
They're not the freshest greens, but they are good.
All right, my friends, as you kind of like finish up your breakfast and everything, I think what we'll do is we'll call it there as you guys get ready to either explore Marsola a little bit more. Maybe you could do some shopping next week, or actually not next week, but I'll get into that. And we'll definitely pick up here where we decide whether we're going shopping or if we're going to go straight to Jillian Cove right after this encounter. But the reason why I said we won't be here next week, because it's almost time, ain't it? Next week, Sunday at 6 p.m. is our first session for the 1 week long of single one-shot charity stream for the Wounded Warrior Project. We're going to be raising money for the Wounded Warrior Project called the Calling for Warriors. And yeah, we're doing a series of one-shots where you can donate. There should be a panel on the Twitch where you can just start donating now if you want. And you can buy the player's advantage, disadvantage, boons, banes, and a draw from the deck of many things. And certain games are going to have the option to level up the entire party for a large sum of donation. And all this goes straight to Wounded Warrior Project. We don't get anything out of it, but you know, the channel definitely looks forward to your supporting this cause as we get to that lovely long week I'm going to have to be here for. I'm looking forward to that. No stress. No stress. But yeah, so what that means is we will not be back next week at 7 o'clock on Mondays. And the week after, I'm going to go ahead and take a hiatus off and debate my life decisions from the charity stream. But join us. Will it be in June or is it the last week of May, I think? Let me double check real quick. 24th of May, we should be back for this game at 7 p.m. Central. We will be doing our Friday campaign this week on the 14th, and then oh man, maybe I'm thinking wrong. Hold on, it's not the 24th, it's the 31st. My apologies, because yeah, I'm taking that week off after. Okay, reiterate, May 31st we come back from break. We will have our Friday game on the 14th at 5 p.m. Central Time, so if you want to play open role play with us, come on back then. And then the next game for Friday after this week will be on the 4th. We will have a new game on June 2nd, and we'll get into more details about that later on. But definitely join us for the Wounded Warrior Project charity stream all week long next week. Help out early if you like. The donation section should be open for it. And that's it on scheduling. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays usually my day off, but I've been playing Dragon Quest Builder 2, which is a little fun chill game. So if you want to come over to We Rise as One, the variety stream channel, we will be playing some more of that probably tomorrow. So come on over, visit, earn some cheese wheels, and we'll look forward to having you around. Other than that, I think that's all of my announcements. Yeah, that's it, because everything's about the charity next week. Say goodnight to Twitch and Facebook, my friends.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Yep, heard you that time. And with that, my friends, do you hear the calling? The calling for warriors. Stay tuned. We're going to go find someone to raid. Let them know that they need to hear the calling. And then we're going to go ahead and see you Friday.